The first, the UCF game. So something worth keeping an eye on after they had a couple of missed opportunities for calls in that game against UCF.
All right, just the second time this year OU has lost the coin flip. Time for final thoughts. Teddy, you're first.
Well, let's get this thing started fast. We've talked about it. You know, you're in a road environment. They're going to be all amped up. You're going to get their absolute best shot. Best way to take the thunder out of this crowd is to go right down the field, establish the run, and punch one in the end zone early.
Chris Blank, Gabe Eichert, final thoughts.
Gabe, obviously, the opportunity to see Jacob Sexton out there right tackle, and of course, you're a guy you're intrigued to watch today, Gavin Sawchuk, maybe start grinding away in the rain.
Yeah, and Teddy talked about it a lot in the pregame. Important that this offense gets off to a fast start. This is not the stadium is not as full as I expected it to be for this football game, and that's on the BYU side of things. There is a massive amount of OU fans here, but this crowd seems lively. Let's take them out of it early, and I think that this offense is excited. I mean, they erupted over here on the sideline when BYU deferred, so these guys are excited to take the field first. Really excited to watch them.
It's the first game ever in the state of Utah, the earliest kickoff in known OU football history, and the last road game in the Big 12 Conference. OU BYU in a brunch battle in the shadow of the Wasatch Mountains. Here we go. BYU will kick off left to right. Sooners will defend the south end zone here in the first quarter.
And you got to be ready for anything right out of the gate. A lot of gadget plays from BYU.
Jalil Farouk deep to receive. The ball headed his way. It'll head over his head. Bounce just between the B and the Y in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. BYU circles up. The kickoff team does in front of the student section. They give them a cheer. And the Sooners will start on their own 25.
I think it may be a late arriving crowd. You can still see in the distance a bunch of people making their way to the stadium. 10 a.m. local time has been difficult on a bunch of people.
Dillon Gabriel gets Gavin Sawchuk at running back and 4 wide receivers. Only Austin Stogner to the right. Farouk, Stoops, and Anderson to the left. From the 25, first snap of the game, Farouk in motion. Gabriel's going to throw. Looks left, looks back right. Now he'll sling it to the sidelines, incomplete, and Farouk slipped and fell. Teddy, you were worried about that today.
Yeah, you know, this surface, and as the rain comes down, it's obviously going to make things more difficult. You saw some guys slipping around. It's that big, thick, clumpy grass, and if you look close, it's hard to see from up here, but there's divots that have been filled all over the field out there.
2nd and 10. Oklahoma lines up in a pistol. Only 5 seconds go off the clock on that initial play. Gabriel's got it. Handoff Sawchuk right up the middle. Met at the line of scrimmage. Got 1, maybe 2. More likely 1. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
And Stogner coming across the formation there. You know, tries to cut that defensive end to try and create a little bit of space there, but we didn't get hardly any movement. So there was nowhere for Sawchuk to go. Didn't get any push by the offensive line or separation there on the backside of that play.
Gabriel's been really good on 3rd and long situations the last couple of weeks. It's going to be 3rd and longer now. Jacob Sexton came up out of his stance.
The offensive line is adamant.
False start, number 76, offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
They are very upset. Someone from BYU simulated the snap count there, and every single one of the interior guys in that O-line was pointing at him and telling the official.
Still mark off the penalty. 3rd down at 14 from the 21-yard line. Stoops in motion. Got to get it to the 35 for a first. Gabriel back to pass. 4-man twist. Picked up. Throws across the middle. Stoops got it. First down. 35-40 to nobody's surprise. The first big play of the day belongs to Drake.
An awesome play, just that deep over route. We've seen that a lot from Drake from that slot position. And how about the protection by the offensive line there? Awesome.
Sooners go quick. Gabriel takes a shot down the far sideline, and Farouk cut off his route for some reason. The ball sails far beyond him. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
He had a step there, too. Now, I don't know that would have been completed, but he definitely had some space there between he and that defensive back, and Gabriel noticed it and put it out there. He could have made a play on that ball had he kept that route going.
Jaden Gibson has checked in. He's stacked behind Stogner to the far sideline. It was a 21-yard pass to Stoops. 2nd and 10, Gabriel to throw. Flush left, throw. Sawchuk caught it behind the line of scrimmage. Makes a move, got a couple of yards out of it as he puts his shoulder down out to the 44. But again, it'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 8 this time.
Good job by DG there. Some pressure up the middle. Looked like Rain, Gabe, got on his heels there and got run over.
Yeah, that looked like his cleats just completely gave out on that grass. Ended up on his back. Not where you want to be.
3 wide receivers set with Stogner at the end of the line as a tight end. From their own 44, 3rd and 8. Gabriel looks right. Nobody looking. Throws late. Incomplete. Nick Anderson went low to catch it and couldn't hang on. It would have been short of the first down anyway. And the Sooners will send the punt team onto the field.
And a good patience there by Dylan Gabriel, not forcing anything. Threw it there, had a shot maybe to get a completion to Nick Anderson, put it in a safe place there where he's not going to put that ball in danger. And it's okay to work the ball to midfield, punt it, try and get some good field position for your defense.
Luke Elzinga on. Hobbs Nyberg deep to receive for BYU, standing on his own 10-yard line. 13:04 to go first quarter. Snap back, kick is away. High, spiraling, hanging punt. Nyberg backs inside the 7, fields it, no fair catch. Takes it out to the 10, tackled at the 12. Robert Spears Jennings there in on the tackle along with Owen Heineke.
Boy, what a great play by Robert Spears Jennings. That's hard to do whenever you're going down the field full speed. He comes to balance, gets under control, then lays out to the side. He stays square to the returner where he can adjust and lays out to the side and clips the ankle. Just a really nice play, and that's what you want. Work the ball out to midfield. If you can't convert, make a safe play, punt it down, play the field position game.
They spotted at the 13. Deshaun McCullough does get the start. No Gentry Williams. It'll be Kenai Walker at the other corner. Aiden Robbins, the running back for BYU. From their own 13, handoff Robbins. Finds a hole up the middle. 20. Watch out, 25. Far side, tackled by Robert Spears Jennings all the way out at the 33. It's a 20-yard run.
And we got on the wrong side there. Just split zone. You saw motion the fullback there. Snap it. And he tries to get that backside. And he gets a knockout. We get on the wrong side of a gap. And next thing you know, they're off to the races.
Dolby in. McCullough out at Cheetah. They go 5 wide here. It is Retzloff, by the way, at quarterback. The backup, the more of the athletic QB, no Slovis. Tight end Rex in motion. There's the snap. Handoff again. Robbins up the middle, breaks the 35, puts his head down out to the 38. Got about 5.
It was too much again. Really soft on the edge there on the outside, and we had bumped out. We had our front there was in a unique position. Ethan Downs was bumped out. And they had a motion there and Creek trips into the boundary. Had us in a weird formation. And you're going to see this is what we've talked about. These first drives where you get a bunch of new stuff from an offense, you can be on your heels a little bit.
Matafa Tase checks in at tight end. Double tight end set for BYU. Under center goes Retzloff. He's back to pass on the play action. Flings it out incomplete. That was a no-look throw to Chase Roberts out there. Ethan Downs in coverage. 3rd and 5.
Right. Adjusted nicely there. Again, you're getting a bunch of unique formations and motions there, and they tried the little quick hitter screen, get those offensive linemen out in that tunnel screen. Good job by Ethan Downs.
Make Retzloff throw the football. He's under 50% passing on the year. 3rd and 5 here. From their own 38. The back, Robbins sent out. Retzloff looks left, throws left, incomplete, drop. Cody Epps right at the first down marker. He put it on him, but he dropped it. And the Cougars will punt it back.
We just go man-to-man there. Give them a interesting look up front, that little bear front, and then we're man-to-man across. And they've got a speed on an out route there and just a easy throw and catch, and they drop it and let us off the hook there.
Ryan Rico, the punter. His brother Austin punted in the NFL for the Bills, the Giants, and the Colts for several years. There's the snap back. Rico's kick, high, wobbly, toward the far sideline. Freeman, no fair catch, caught it, got smashed immediately at the 15. Hung on to the football, though. And the Sooners will start there, their second possession of the game after a media timeout. 11:21 to go first quarter. Each team has had the ball once. Each team has punted. No score. Today's first half brought to you by the Riverwind Casino. It's always a good time. This is Sooner football from Learfield. To go first quarter. Little sugar huddle. Now they break it. 5 wides. DG alone in the backfield. Sooners in the road whites. BYU the home blues. Gabriel's got it. Looks far sideline. Bats the football. Looks back near sideline. Now scrambles. Throws late. Stoops caught it at the 20. Got shoe tackled, but dives forward to the 22. 7-yard gain. It looked like his 5th or 6th or 7th option on that play.
Yeah, and, it's so far we've seen that looks like they're dedicated to the pass right now. Feels like they've got something that they like in the pass game as we get a false start.
2nd and 3, and somebody jumps.
False start, number 70, offense. It's a 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Second false start on these first 2 drives for the offensive line. Caden Green. Will make it 2nd and 8. And the Sooners once again go 5 wide receivers. One of them Sawchuk. Gabriel, 3-man rush, straight drop, throws across the middle again. Good catch. Comeback catch made by Jaleel Farouk out across the 30. He got hit right as the ball arrived and hung on.
It almost looked like he got hit before the ball was there and still made the catch. Focused on that ball. Good, strong catch with his hands there, pulling it in.
14 yards and a first down. Handoff. Sawchuk runs right, turns it up 35, got room to the 40, breaks a tackle. First down as he dives forward near the 43. Biggest run so far, 12 yards by Gavin Sawchuk.
Well, that's what we need, and hitting that edge there, they're giving us, some odd fronts here, and being able to gain that edge is going to be important.
Sooners go tempo. Play action. Gabriel to throw. He's going to go deep down the far sideline. Gibson behind the defense. He caught it at the 5. Tackled at the 2. Jaden Gibson. It'll be 1st and goal.
Boy, they knew they had that matchup and went right to it. All the rest of the receivers knew the ball was going as well. No one else really even ran a route. They knew that ball was going to be flung down the sideline there. Nice throw by DG.
55 yards, 1st and goal from the 2. Stoops in motion. Handoff Sawchuk looking for a hole outside. Can't get there. And he'll take a loss to the 3. Sooners in the red zone. Sponsored by Delta Dental of Oklahoma, the state's leading provider of dental benefits.
As of right now, BYU's defensive front looks really strong at the point of attack. We're not getting a whole lot of push whenever we're going with our traditional run game.
Fanuel and Stogner in. They spot the ball back at the 4. So it's a 2-yard loss. So double tight ends to the right into the line. Farouk in motion behind the quarterback. It's a handoff. Sawchuk up the middle, hit hard at the 2. Ball's out, and Gabriel, I think, got on top of it. He did.
Whoa.
And now he gets knocked down trying to get up. It'll be 3rd and goal. Looks like they're going to spot the ball back at the 3 on the fumble recovery.
The ground caused that fumble, didn't it? Or was he losing it coming down the way he was going down?
They're showing the replay on the big screen right now. 8:25 to go. First 3rd down this drive, 3rd and goal. This was Dylan Gabriel quarterback run territory last week.
I also like that high-low down here to our near side with Nick Anderson and Drake Stoops.
Back to pass. Gabriel looks right, looks middle, throws middle. It is caught. Nick 6. Touchdown, Nick Anderson. On the U of BYU, Nick Anderson holds in his 9th of the year.
Wow, really nice play there. And they're still scrapping down there. It's pretty chippy down on the field, which is good. That's good energy from our offense.
Hey, Gabe, and it's Teddy, it's Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
That's doing the push.
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel just headbutted one of their cornerbacks. A gentle, friendly headbutt, but I'm all about it. I'm all about him playing with that attitude and that energy. When he's had that type of attitude, this offense has played well this season. So I love seeing that. Get in his face, DG. Let's go.
Good throw, good catch. It was a hands catch by Anderson, who had Jacob Robinson draped all over him. 3-yarder, 26th touchdown pass of the year for Dylan Gabriel. And the Sooners strike first in Provo. Zach Schmidt on for the extra point try. Snap is back. Kick is away. And it is good. Zach Schmidt now 109 for 109 in his career. Touchdowns brought to you by Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. 8:04 to go first quarter here in the mountains of Utah. It's Oklahoma 7 and BYU nothing. If Oklahoma before the kickoff, let's check in with Chris downstairs.
Rain has subsided for now, but guys, how about the receivers on that drive, Gabe? The catch by Gibson, the strong catch by Nick Anderson in the end zone, and that catch by Jalil Farouk whenever the defender got there early. Big-time start for Emmett Jones' crew.
Yeah, and you look at the advantage that Oklahoma has with their speed at wide receiver against a few of these defensive backs for BYU, especially that safety position. You saw Gibson run right by him. They're going to continue to attack those guys in the back end of BYU's defense.
Line drive kickoff by Schmidt over the head of Keelan Marion for a touchback. Cougars from the 25. The OG&E Sooner Junior Kids Club is the exclusive club for Sooner fans ages 12 and under. Get access to over 80 home athletic events and member-only experiences, including meeting your favorite athletes. For more information, go to Soonersports.com/Kids Club or call 405-325-2424. Cougs from the 25 this time. Still Retzloff at quarterback, Robbins at running back. Have not seen the freshman L.J. Martin yet. Man in motion is Marion. It is an inside handoff, tackle to meet. No, it's a keeper, excuse me. Retzloff fooled me and Danny Stutzman as he kept it around the right end and carried it for a first down out to the 37.
And that's what Retzloff gives you at quarterback over Slovis. A little more dangerous with the run. Makes a really nice fake there on the zone read play. Pulls it out and has the edge instantly. That's where we've got to have someone convert over the top. If Stutzman's going to take the dive back, we've got to have someone that's supposed to pour over the top there for the quarterback there. And we got to dial that in.
Great
see that one again.
Great fake by Retzloff. First and 10 from the 37. He moves Robbins to his right. Sooners bring a blitz up the middle. Handoff Robbins. Got out to the 40. Pushes the pile to the 43. Strong run by the Louisville and UNLV transfer Aiden Robbins.
Soft on the line of scrimmage. Defensively we're getting pushed around a little bit. And on the offensive side, we're not getting much movement. We've got to start playing better on that line of scrimmage.
2nd and 4. Retzloff to throw. Does out to the flat. Incomplete. He had pressure. Downs was in his face, and he threw it short.
And that's one of those where, people continue to look at our sack numbers, but we're affecting the quarterback right there. We got a free rusher off the edge. It's Ethan Downs there and forces a bad throw from the quarterback as he's got an unblocked player bearing down on him. Those are important plays.
Isaac Rex, their pass-catching tight end, checks in. Most touchdowns for a tight end in BYU history. He splits out wide to the right on 3rd and 4. They're 0 for 1 on 3rd today. Epps in motion. Now he stops, goes back left. It's a throw late out to Epps on the edge. Got stacked up, but got the first down. He's into Sooner territory. Across the 50, across the 45, and down to the 43. That was a late throw by Retzloff.
It's like that extended triple option play. They got the dive on the inside in the zone read. Looks like the quarterback's going to keep it. And as soon as he encounters any defender, he flips it outside to the bubble play, and they got a blocker out in front. Very difficult to defend. It's responsibility football.
15-yard pickup for BYU gives them a first down at the Sooner 43. This will be the first snap for the Cougars in OU territory today. Sooners lead 7-0. 6:20 to go first quarter. Retzloff in the shotgun, back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He'll try to run it. Kanik chasing, and he can't get a hold of him. Retzloff stumbles free, takes it down across the 35 and out of bounds near another first down.
Yeah. Kanik's too good of an athlete for that. He's got the angle on Retzloff, and as he goes in to kind of lunge at the legs, just gets a little stiff arm there from the quarterback. You've got to be strong and aggressive and knock that hand down when you come in to make that play.
11-yard run, 1st and 10 now at the 32. Kobe McKenzie has checked in. Handoff Aiden Robbins this time to the 30. Short gain of 2. Danny Stutzman and friends there on the tackle.
Doing a better job there. Have not been good on first down. We need to get them in the long down and distances. This is a little bit better here at, 2nd and 7 or 8. But if we continue to allow them to chew up yards on first down, it's going to be a long day defensively. It really doesn't matter who you're playing.
BYU subs. Sooners will take the opportunity to sub a couple of defensive tackles. Isaiah Coe and Dejon Terry in. 2nd down and 8 from the 30. 5:15 to go in the quarter. 3 wide receivers set. One of them, Epps, goes in motion behind the quarterback. Retzloff, quarterback keeper, throws late. Epps wide open. 25-20, tackled by Bowman. Flag is down. Flag is down at the end of the play from the back judge, who was near the end zone. It's going to be on BYU. Teddy, that looked like the same play they got the first down with around midfield.
Similar play there. Maybe the exact same play, but we got no one run with the motion across the formation. When you got the motion coming across the formation, you got to have someone adjust to it. Whether safety's going to come down from the other side or you have someone run across.
17 offense. It's a 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
That's a killer penalty on them. You get a holding call. You're blocking essentially the only guy on the entire half of the field over there, and you hold him, and takes away what would have been a really big gain for him.
It'll still be a 2-yard gain because the hold was well downfield. The last snap took place from the 30. This one will take place from the 28. So it'll be 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6 for the Cougars.
4 wides, pistol look. 4:45 to go in the first. Sooners lead 7-0. Retzloff with some words for his O-line. Now moves Robbins to his left. There's the snap. Fake handoff. Option left. Pitch late. Robbins got the corner. Slips down right around the first down marker. Looked like he went out just short. Ethan Downs there to chase him around the corner. 3rd and 1 upcoming.
And we got 2 guys playing the same responsibility there. We got 2 guys that are feathering the quarterback, and one has to go play the pitch man. We can't have 2 guys feathering the quarterback on that play. And again, I don't know how much of that they've seen in this early in this game. We're going to be throwing a bunch of new stuff at you, so there's going to be adjustments made on the sideline.
3rd down and 1 from the 23. In motion, Lassiter. The wide out. Now everybody looks back at the sideline. Sooners adjust defensively. Down to 2 to snap it. Down to 1. Got it off just in time. Inside handoff goes to Robbins. He stood up and pushed back. He didn't get there. This is what the Oklahoma defense does. In short yardage situations, they stand tall, and they have forced a 4th down.
It's going to be a big play call right here, and you got to imagine if they go for it, it's going to be some type of quarterback run. And this looks like a little bit more traditional BYU, what we've seen, than what they've tried to do this year with Slovis as a pocket passer, getting the quarterback involved in a lot of the run game.
They are going to go for it. It'll be 4th and 1.5 yards. It's a long one. Miles Davis has checked in at running back. He goes in motion, snap, back to pass Retzloff. He's going to throw, does out to the right, got a man. Caught at the 5-yard line. Roberts makes a move, and he's into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Chase Roberts, 23-yard touchdown catch.
Well, they get us in 4th and short, spread us out. We go with the drop back pass. We don't get pressure on Retzloff, and they've got a downfield route. We've got a guy over and under on it, but it just takes us too long to adjust and get to a better position on that, and then we whiff on the tackle. Still seeing guys having a really difficult time with change of direction. It took, I think that was McCullough out there and the safety, it took them what felt like an eternity to change direction and try and make an attempt on that tackle.
Will Farron, their kicker, on for the extra point try. And it is off his shoe and up and through, and the game is tied at 7. 3:05 to go in the first. We'll take a break. Today's first half brought to you by the Riverwind Casino.
Match that drive.
Here's the kick. Farron sends it toward Farouk. He'll back his way into the end zone, and it sails over his head for a touchback. Drake already 2 catches today. That's now 19 consecutive games Drake has had multiple catches.
What a beautiful environment, isn't it?
Oh, it's awesome.
Stadium sit right in the middle of these mountains.
Beautiful. We were talking to Gabe and Plank. They say it's loud down there on the field, too.
Surprisingly loud, boys. It's loud down here, and especially in the south end zone.
It looks like they got a big-time student section, and the band keeps playing. So
Here we go from the 25. Sooners go 5 wide again. And now Stoops brought into the backfield to the left of DG. 7-7 game. Man in motion, Sawchuk. They fake the handoff, throw the slant, caught by Farouk at the 30, hit hard at the 34. He got 9. Ball came out late, but they say he was down. 9-yard pickup, Farouk.
good solid throw.
Rolling on the field as the runner's forward progress was stopped. 2nd down.
Well, a good physical run there. Farouk took a couple of shots, but I like that. Get that ball out quick. They're showing that double A gap pressure here again on this snap.
2nd down and 1. Crowd groans as they see the replay on the big screen, but it looked like the right call. Gabriel, quick throw out. That's caught by Anderson. Short game, but he got the first down. Needed 1, got 2 to the 36.
They're loading the box on 1st and 2nd down, playing one high safety, playing a lot of bump and run, they're either playing man free or cover 3. Teddy, one high safety.
It's been hard to get the run going so far.
Well, they're loading that box up.
Play action. Gabriel comes to Anderson, who can't hang on this time. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That's interesting. That I think that was the right call on Farouk, but we put the ball on the turf twice now. And we're relying on the referee right now to make the good call. So we got to really focus on the ball security here and not hand them anything.
Throwing it more than we anticipated early. You're saying that's because of the defensive look they're getting.
They're loaded up on the box now. Unless you're going to run the quarterback, they've got the numbers, and there's a running quarterback run game.
Gabriel takes it out to just shy of the 40. Give him the 39, so a 3-yard run brings up 3rd and 7. We're down to 1:50 to go first quarter. Tie game. Here comes this BYU crowd in hopes that they can get their Cougars the ball back here.
I like that. Those deep over routes have been good. Now the edges out there on the corners were at their best in their pass coverage. 2 good corners.
They're rolled up on the corners. Back to pass Gabriel. Looks near sideline. Throws out to Stoops. Diving catch. Did he hang on? Give it to him. No, incomplete.
Wow.
What a catch. But apparently the ball hit the turf. At least that's the ruling.
A little too far outside.
What an effort.
Boy, he threw that ball early on him. It was on him out of that break quick and full extension. Wow.
Boy, it's close to being a catch.
Excellent effort. The punt team is on the field. Hobbs Nyberg, the return man, stands at the 15. So the Sooner offense, 3 possessions, 2 punts and a touchdown here in the first. It's a fake. Elzinga throws back right side. Ethan Downs caught it. First down to the BYU 40.
Is that not fantastic?
That's one of your plays, Coach.
Whoa.
What a play. What a throw.
To Ethan Downs.
Elzinga to Downs.
And what a pass.
Downs looked like Mark Andrews out there, and Elzinga drops one in the bucket.
What a huge play. Good for.
What are we looking at here? What are we talking about? The refs have all come together.
Maybe
downfield.
There is a flag at the 30. Oh, please don't take this play away.
No.
That would be the thing, and you never know. Someone maybe didn't get the call, know the fake was going. And
here we go. Derek Anderson, our referee.
Pass interference. Offense. It's a 15-yard penalty. Replay 4th down.
You got to be kidding me.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
We had somebody blocking down there.
Nick Anderson?
It wasn't Ethan Downs. Nick Anderson engaged his man early. Gummit. Oh, that was a beautiful throw and a beautiful play.
Number 4.
I'm not sure what Nick was doing. All we got to do is get out of the way, right?
Yeah.
The sideline is playing that he was grabbed
a little bit, and
that Nick was grabbed by the BYU guy and he wouldn't let go of him. That's what the Sooner sideline
That's a legitimate call. Absolutely.
I'm sick for Ethan Downs and Luke Elzinga right now. Now they're going to punt again back at the 24 after the 15-yard penalty, and they're going to back them up even more because the Sooner jumped again.
False start, number 3, offense. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
That's 3 or 4 false starts in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they're all down in that same area. Now that one's one of those where you got those guys standing up and they're flinching right there in front of you.
46 seconds to go first quarter. Back it up to the 19. It's 4th and 27. Elzinga gets the kickoff. High, good kick, driving toward the near sideline. Nyberg backpedaling, caught it at the 25. It's Kingston. He turns it up 30. 35, got a block. He's at midfield, 45-40. Elzinga makes the tackle, but in Sooner territory around the OU 40-yard line.
Well, I thought Jacoby Johnson did a really good job at first. He beat his guy and forced that returner to flatten out. But we had no coverage down there. We didn't spread out and looked like we were on just a bunch of different levels in our coverage unit.
Yeah, and then he just weaved between the levels.
What a change in momentum that was, Coach. You thought you converted the fake punt, and now they get the ball in your territory.
Yeah, that's, again, with just some penalties,
55-yard punt with a 31-yard return puts BYU at the OU 43 in a tie game. Could be the last snap of the quarter.
Some gadgets here. This is a territory where they do it.
Fumble! It's recovered by OU! They mishandled the snap, the handoff, and Rondell Bothroyd has jumped on it. The last minute has been bonkers.
Teddy, they were running a reverse,
they
just
were.
what you said.
Yep, they're running a reverse. They had 17 swinging around and a little play off of that, that quarterback run game, and he was just going to flip it, and they had it set up to the outside. And ball handling, it's been a while. The football's been on the turf a bunch today. Now, that's the first called fumble, but it's been kind of crazy this first period.
Wow, so OU now with good field position. They take over at their own 42.
That's only about 12 yards back of where the fake punt was. So
all back where we started.
Let's call it even.
Oh, what a wild exchange. Still 22 seconds to go in the first. 7-7. Gabriel in the shotgun. He's got Sawchuk to his left. DG's got it. He's going to throw. Looks right, slings right, come back, catch made by Farouk. Sets up a guy, turns the corner, and driven out of bounds at the BYU 46.
We need
really
to beat some of this man coverage, for some shots.
Yeah, you start throwing those little comebacks on the outside against cover one, and it's not long before they start biting on it, and you can double move them.
Exactly.
And that's going to do it for the first. Coach, thanks for stopping by. It was a short visit today, but a lot happened while you were in here.
Yeah, that was quite the exchange.
Good to see you, Coach.
All right, Teddy.
Good to see you, Coach.
Every time Bob Stoops joins us in the booth, it's brought to you by Rock and Roll Tequila. Beginning this season, fans can enjoy a Rock and Roll Big Game Bob Margarita in the club levels at Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. 15 minutes gone by. Sooners 7, Cougars 7.
Please, I love you, please.
But for now, T-Row, no precipitation down here on the field.
All right, here we go. Opening snap, second quarter from the BYU 46. As Chris said, 2nd and 4. Gabriel's got it. Handoff Sawchuk. Right side, 45. Bounced it outside. Slips and falls. Right around the first down marker. I think he's got it. Yeah, he got just across the 43-yard line for the first. I think. Are they giving it to him? No, they're not giving it to him.
Oh, wow.
So it'll be 3rd and...
That's definitely a first down.
It certainly looks like it's past the chain, doesn't it?
Well past the down marker. I don't know what we're doing.
They're going to make it snap. They're going to make them snap at 3rd and negative inches. I mean, Ted, look at the marker on the far side.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing.
In motion is Stogner. Handoff Tawi up the middle. Now we've got the first down across the 40 to the 39. Tawi Walker's first carry of the day.
Now that play before we had that nice run. It was a little different concept than what we'd seen. It looked like Stogner was going to go across in the split action.
DT to throw. Now he'll run it himself. 40. Scramble, 35, runs far sideline, caught from behind, dragged down from behind. At the 33, he got 6. That was not a called quarterback run, but the left side of the pocket opened up for him.
I think the protection's been pretty good so far for Dylan Gabriel, and it's a nice pickup there by him going on his own.
Tawi up the middle, breaks a tackle at the 30, dragging another Cougar to the 28. Should be a first down, but take nothing for granted. Yep, it's a first. Move the chains.
I like that move. You know, if they're piling the box on us, put a little more physical runner in there, Tawi, when you know he's going to have to run through some tackles.
DG to throw, takes a shot end zone for Farouk. He's being held onto by the jersey. No flag, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. First downs are brought to you by Paycom. Score big by letting employees do their own payroll at paycom.com.
I don't mind taking the shot there, but I'll tell you what I'd like to see. You know, we've thrown a couple of those comebacks on the outside. At some point, the little pump and go, give them a move whenever they don't have any help over the top. As they become more aggressive on the underneath stuff, you've got to make them pay.
Sawchuk back in the game on 2nd and 10. DG to throw. Looking right. Rolling left. Throws late. End zone. He's got Gibson. Got it. Touchdown. On the back line of the end zone, Jaden Gibson. Touchdown. 27 yards.
Boy, DG keeps his eyes downfield, escapes to his left, finds some more time. I thought he was going to hit Drake Stoops on the over route in between the zone there on the backers. There was a window. I was like, well, he's just going to take it himself. But no, he's got Jaden Gibson on the back line and just threads the needle. What a throw. Great patience and getting outside the pocket to buy some time by Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel officially moves past Ty Detmer and Aaron Murray now on the all-time passing touchdown charts. Extra point is up, and it is good. Touchdowns brought to you by Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. 13:06 to go to halftime. Our new score, Oklahoma 14 and BYU 7. Today's first half brought to you by the Riverwind Casino. It's always a good time. This is Sooner football from Learfield.
Feeling we're going to see number one getting some more targets and touches as this one progresses. He's been great so far. What a throw by Dylan Gabriel.
And T-Row, he's making sure everybody over here knows about it.
Here's the kickoff toward Keelan Marion. It's a touchback. How about this? Third game OU has played all time against BYU. It's the first time they've ever scored 2 touchdowns in a game against the Cougars.
Wow.
Got smashed in the Copper Bowl, obviously, down in Tucson, and in that 14-13 loss in Jerry World, only 1 touchdown. Second time Dylan Gabriel, by the way, has played BYU. When he was at UCF, he played them in the Boca Raton Bowl back in 2020. Did not have a great game that day. In fact, BYU hammered him 49-23. Retzloff at quarterback. He sends Epps in motion, who stops and goes back. It's an inside handoff to Robbins, who runs into traffic. He'll go nowhere, no gain. Ethan Downs, who has to be ticked off to no end right now, got the tackle.
Brought Stutzman on a blitz there, just adding a heavy hitter there to fill one of those gaps and try and stop that run and do better on first down, force them into some tougher situations.
Sooners with some freshmen out there right now. Josiah Wagner at a corner and Peyton Bowen at safety. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cougars go right to left in their blue jerseys here in the second. Retzloff, option play, pitch. He gets it to Robbins, 25. He got the corner, 30. Hard hit, but out to the 32. 7-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Just really having a hard time on that option, getting the pitch man out. And I don't know who gets picked off on the inside. I think Kobe McKenzie took the easy route, went under that blocker there. He's got to fight like crazy to go over the top so he doesn't cut everyone off and try and fight to get to that pitch man there. They're going to continue to gash us.
It's kind of an ugly looking option, Ted.
Yeah.
They're really tight to each other, the quarterback and running back. 3rd and 3, Retzloff to throw. Looks out to the right, flings it out that way. Caught, first down, Epps broke free. 40, midfield, Sooner territory, 40, and he's caught from behind by Kobe McKenzie all the way down to the OU 39.
Yeah, we get beat on the route, and then we compound it by a poor tackle attempt, just going and lunging at the player whenever we're really not even in range to make that tackle. A poor attempt there by Dolby. You got to stay under control. You've got the sideline right there. Just run the guy out of bounds. No reason to lunge at him.
29 yards, and the Cougars have moved into Sooner territory here. Oklahoma leads 14-7. 11-13 to go till halftime. Retzloff has the ball. Handoff Robbins. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage, but able to step past the guy and dive forward for a couple. Moves it to the 37.
Still too much. I mean, that should be a no gain. And, those yards, those 3 yards there, 2nd and 7, that changes things. You get back to the option now on 2nd down. You can get back to that quarterback, like the triple option look we saw where he fakes it, then, whips it outside when he encounters a defender. Got to be better on 1st down.
Retzloff, 4 of 7 passing so far for 77 yards, and he's got that touchdown. Pistol look here. Robbins behind Retzloff. In motion, Marion. He stops. Play action. Back to pass. Retzloff steps up in the pocket, throws across the middle. Roberts can't hang on. Chase Roberts came back around the 25. That would have been a 1st down. He had Josiah Wagner on him. And I don't know if Wagner knocked the ball loose or if he just dropped it. Yeah, Wagner got a hand in there. Nice play by the kid.
Here we are in this no man's land territory where, they're probably going to try and chew up some yardage here to get to a convertible 4th down quarterback run game. Back to that speed option, perhaps.
It's really closer to a 3rd and 8 here. Too far for a field goal. They move a bunch trips to the right. Play clock at 5. Retzloff has it. Back to pass, 4-man rush. Deep shot down the near sideline. Catch over the shoulder made by Roberts and out of bounds around the 15. Really nice throw and a really nice catch.
And it's out there on Josiah Wagner, who just hasn't played a whole lot of football this year. He's spent a lot of the time banged up. And, they're attacking him out there. Just a one-on-one and a really good ball by Retzloff. And, we talked about his statistics this year, not very good as the backup quarterback, but go back as the number 1 player in junior college coming out, is capable of some really good things. And that was a great ball right there.
22-yard pass down to the 14. Aiden Robbins in the backfield now, joined by Deion Smith. Split backs. It's an option. Retzloff keeps it to the 10. Upended at the 8. Key Lawrence up to make the tackle. Let's see where they spot this. It's going to be 7.5.
We're just blocked, or we're cut off on the front side of that. We're blocked trying to get over the top and affect it and never even force him to pitch the football. We go directly to the pitch man. You've got to stay in some type of relation there where you don't just run yourself out of the play.
All right, this is where the Oklahoma defense has been at its best this year. Down inside the 10-yard line. Let's see if they can at least force a field goal try. We're down to 9 minutes to go in the half. Oklahoma leads 14-7. 2nd and 3. Retzloff, quick throw out, caught by Smith on the corner to the 5, got around a man, dives for the end zone. They're going to say he stepped out, though. Back near the 3, but it's a 1st down, 1st and goal.
Must have got that toe out when he lunged for the goal line, because it looked like he was definitely in from this angle.
And that's good for another Cougar.
The ball will be between the 2 and 3. Tempo here. BYU going quickly. Retzloff in the shotgun. He's got it. He'll keep it. Runs right. Trying to get to the corner. Woody pushed him out. Good play by Woody Washington, breaking free from the block of the receiver, Keelan Marion, and pushed him out at the 2.
Well, that was really nice play by Woody Washington. And, he disengages, doesn't let him hold him. I mean, he does hold him, but he's able to fight off of there and
Terrible
go make
spot.
a play.
Terrible spot. Ball should be back between the 2 and 3. They put it near the 1. 2nd and goal from there. BYU subbing a man on here late, so the Sooners will slow roll it a bit. Lacey comes in, and Isaiah Coe going to take his time. Now here comes Kelly. They might force a timeout out of BYU here. Now they're going to run Dejon Terry off. Play clock down to 3, and Kalani Sitake is going to have to use a timeout. OU did the smart thing there.
Yeah.
BYU subbed late, so OU slow rolled them.
And they've been doing it a lot today, Ted.
Well, yeah, BYU's subbing their personnel late, which gives us the opportunity. And I know the fans are mad and the offense is mad. Let me just point out that the offenses have created this massive dilemma, okay? Not the defenses.
It's bringing the passion to that team huddle.
All right, here we go. They line up in an I formation with Retzloff under center. L.J. Martin deep, and now they shift out of it. Nobody behind Retzloff, who's under center now. He's going to throw, rolls right, throws late, end zone, caught, touchdown. A little short boot roll to the right, and he found a man. It's their tight end, Isaac Rex. His 24th career touchdown.
That's a nice little play there. He just rolls out naked to the outside to his right, and just playing, backyard football there with the tight end. Find a little window where he's open and put it on him quick. There, the separation between the two players is only about 5 yards. So if he's got just a little window to throw it, he just bangs it in there. Tough to defend.
We've seen now both there and earlier on 4th and short where BYU has said probably got a better chance throwing the ball than running it against these guys as the extra point sails through. A little bit of a strategy change for BYU today, seeing what Oklahoma has done defensively in short yardage of late.
Years when they've had mobile quarterbacks like Jaron Hall and Zach Wilson, and Retzloff's playing really well. Oklahoma's defense, they're going to have to adjust to him being a factor in the running game. They got to figure out some of those assignments. Who's got the pitch? Who's got the quarterback? Got to make those adjustments.
Kickoff headed toward Farouk. He calls for a fair catch. And the Sooners will start at the 25-yard line. And a tie game. .7:49 to go till halftime. Sooners have a 3-yard touchdown pass from Gabriel to Nick Anderson and a 27-yard pass from Gabriel to Jaden Gibson. Cougars, 23-yard pass from Retzloff to Roberts and a 1-yarder from Retzloff to Rex. Sooners shift quads from the left to the right. Overload right. Back is Tawi. Gabriel hands to Tawi. Running left. Tries to get outside. Does. Steps out of a tackle. 30. Runs over a Cougar to the 35. And he's got the first down. He's amazing.
We show that overload left, then shift everyone over and go to overload right, and you've got end over, just a nub tackle over there, and we attack that spot in the run game, force those safeties or corners, depending on how they adjust to it, to be a part of that run fit, and that's where Tawi Walker can run through those tackles.
First down's brought to you by Paycom. Score big by letting employees do their own payroll. Gabriel pump fake, lets it fly, far sideline, contact, flag down. Incomplete. Anderson being bumped in coverage over there by Mori Bamba. And there's a flag down.
He's bumped several times on that route. Mid-route when the ball's in the air, he's getting knocked around and barely kept his feet. And then again as the ball got closer to coming down there. So I like that we're testing them deep. I like that we're getting out on the edge and forcing their corners and safeties to tackle, and then on the next play, testing those guys down the field.
Moves the ball to midfield. 1st and 10 Sooners from the 50-yard stripe. Gabriel to throw again. Across the middle, zips one for Drake. Diving catch, another flag down. He caught that somehow. He was wearing a Cougar coat. 38-yard line, he got the catch. Drake's even amazed by Drake with that one.
Did that ball hit
penalty's declined. The result of the play is a first down.
So if they won, he dropped that football, boys.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, but they got a pass interference call on the defense, so it's like 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other, right?
Boy,
you're going to make us do math, aren't you, Chris?
Here's the thing: is
if they challenge that, it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, but
it should be easy.
They get the ball at the same spot.
It's just a matter whether Drake gets the stats or not.
They're really waiting. The officials were slow playing this thing to see if they wanted to challenge it upstairs, and
I thought he caught it.
All right, they're going to let it go from the 38. Gabriel back to pass, play action, pocket collapsing around him, stands up, can't get away, he's sacked. It's a pretty big loss, too, all the way back to the 47. First sack of the day.
Well, that pocket caved in, but I thought there was a couple of opportunities for Dylan Gabriel to escape that. He hung in there and trusted it and wanted to keep his eyes downfield. He had something that he was wanting to go to, but that last defender pulled him down, thought he was going to be able to step forward through it, but couldn't get out of that grip.
Jackson Cravens the sack. 9-yard loss. 2nd and 19. DG handoff. Sawchuk 45 finds a hole, squeezes his way to the 40. Well, he got 7 of it there. Makes it 3rd and 12. Not too far out of long field goal range, but you need some more. Oklahoma 3 for 5 on 3rd downs today. We're down to 6:05 to go in the half in a tie game. Trips right, Anderson left. BYU jumped. He got a free play. Gabriel deep for Stoops. Got him. 20-yard line, 15. Tackled there. BYU was offsides, and DG made him pay by finding Drake.
Boy, they just go.
Offside. Number 10, defense. That penalty's declined. Result of the play is a first down.
They've been great in 3rd and long the last couple of weeks, Ted.
And they just baited them in with that one, and when they needed a big one, they got it. And they just go 4 verticals here and attack that. Looks like 3 deep there, and there's that little window down the seam. Easy throw and catch for Gabriel and Stoops.
Sooners in the red zone, brought to you by Delta Dental. They spot the ball at the 16-yard line. It was a 24-yard throw. Drake Stoops his 4th catch already today. Oklahoma trying to take the lead back. Gavin Freeman in the game right now for Stoops. Sawchuk the back. Gabriel rolls no hands to Sawchuk. Puts his head down across the 15 to the 14. He got 2. Not sure what the crowd is reacting to there.
Gavin Freeman.
Late shove by Freeman.
Yeah.
You got it, Ted, yeah.
Him and the guy tied up, went to the ground, and Freeman gave him a little shove to help himself get up off the ground.
He was just bouncing him off the ground, T-Row. Nothing to see down here.
All right. Ball's right in the middle of the field. You got split backs. Sawchuk and Stoops to each side of Gabriel. DG points at the ground, sends Stogner in motion. It's a handoff to Stoops running left, and he's hit and slips and falls back at the 15. Lost a yard.
You see the difficulty there with the footing. He wanted to just really put that toe in the ground and cut back as he saw that safety bearing down at full speed, but it just doesn't get any grip. The foot slips out and give up the tackle for loss.
All right, 3rd down. 3rd and 9 at the 15. Again, here we go. A 3rd and chunky. Gabriel's been great the last really 3 games, and now Kalani Sitake wants a timeout. 4:19 to go in the half.
Timeout. BYU. This is their 2nd timeout of the half. Timeout on the field.
And we'll keep this one here. Hey, trips left, Farouk right. DG claps his hands, now puts palm to the ground, looks back to the sidelines.
Just started raining, too, guys.
Creeps toward the offensive line, now backs into the gun. Got to get to the 6 for a first. Drake in motion, left to right. Snap. Gabriel back to pass. 4-man rush. Looks middle. Throws middle. It is caught. Stogner at the 5. He's pushed back, but he's got enough for the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
Well, I like it. We go with the old mesh route, run the 2 underneath crossers to try and get those backers enamored with the crossing routes, and then you settle the 3rd receiver on that dig in between back on that next level. Really nicely executed.
Another 3rd and long pickup. Needed 9, got 10. 1st and goal from the 5. Stoops and Farouk wide right. Ball's on the left hash. Anderson to the left. DG's got it. Looks left. Throws left for Nick. It is... He caught it. Is he in bounds? He's not. He's out of bounds. An amazing catch by Nick Anderson in the far corner of the end zone, but he did not get a toe down, they say.
Well, he would have really had to lay that toe way behind there, and don't get much of a view of it here in stadium.
Yeah, the replay did not show us his foot.
Which is important on a play like that.
2nd and goal from the 5. Drake in the backfield again. They threw him a touchdown in a formation like this at Oklahoma State. Snap. DG runs it up the middle. Cuts it outside to the 5. Bounces it to the 4, and he's wrapped up there. Couldn't get away from Taylon Alfrey. 3rd and goal.
Yeah, you typically only have one chance to bounce it outside, and that's early. And as that, play developed and everyone from the secondary came up to the line of scrimmage, just too many guys there for DG to find his way through.
All right, 3rd and goal. We've hit 3rd down again. Oklahoma's picked up a couple of big 3rd downs on this drive. 5 for 7 in the half on 3rd downs. 3 minutes to go till halftime. Sawchuk in a wing position to the left of Gabriel. Now Stoops in motion, right to left. DG back to pass, looks right, looks middle, throws middle. Anderson can't hang on, incomplete. Big collision in the back of the end zone. It'll be 4th down, and here comes the field goal unit.
Well, put that one in a tough spot for Nick Anderson, and fearless by Nick Anderson to lay out to try and get that one, and all of that traffic there across the middle, and takes a shot with his arms extended there. Hope he's okay. Looked like he was maybe feeling it in the shoulder a little bit as he made his way to the sideline.
Zach Schmidt, 11 of 16 on the year. This is a short try. 23 yards just inside the left hash. Holder is Plaster. Snapper is Anderson. Snap good. Hold down. Kick is away, and it is good. And the Sooners are back in front with 2:43 to go till halftime on the 23-yard Schmidt field goal. It's now 17-14 OU.
Ted, I can follow up just real quick on Nick Anderson. Looks like he was okay.
Yeah.
Didn't even talk to the athletic trainer, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, they, down as we got tighter to the goal line, the coverage looked way better. They got out of the single high stuff and had the 2 safeties back. And, whenever we threw the ball to Anderson on the first play there and he was out of bounds on the reception, on the near side, Drake Stoops was working an option route and was covered really good. And I thought maybe they'd go back to something similar there on the next play, but credit BYU with some good coverage there down tight.
MidFirst Bank is a premier partner of OU Athletics and your exclusive home for the OU debit and credit card. Go to midfirst.com/Sooners for details. Member FDIC. And Sooner Football brought to you by Bob Moore Ford, proud to honor service members through their Patriot of the Game. To nominate a Patriot, visit bobmooreford.com/hero. There's the kickoff. Line drive goes out of bounds on the far side.
He slipped when he tried to plant.
And that will
Free
give
kick out of bounds.
BYU the
Number
ball
34,
at the 35.
The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. 1st down, BYU.
Now, I'm not giving any excuses, but footing is definitely a factor in this football game.
Yeah.
The surface is definitely a factor. Now, both teams definitely have to deal with it. It's a different playing surface than what our guys are used to, so I think there's a learning curve there, but there's some slipping and sliding going around for sure.
Oklahoma Turnpike Authority drive summary for OU: 12 plays, 71 yards, and 5:06. Oklahoma Turnpike Authority, make it home safe, Oklahoma. First snap from the 35 is a throw by Retzloff, and he threw it behind the man out of bounds. Epps, if that's a lateral, and it looks like it is, they're going to spot it where it went out of bounds back at the 31. A 4-yard loss.
Yeah, hard to tell from this angle if it was definitely backwards or not, but that's how they're marking it.
By Retzloff's reaction and the disappointment he had in himself, I think it was backwards, Ted.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
So
This is their first of the half. This is a 30-second timeout.
This is interesting because it's a lateral and not an incomplete pass. The clock keeps running. So OU will use a timeout here with 2:34 to go. 2nd and 14 upcoming for BYU. It's a break for OU in one way, and in another it's not. But they have 3 timeouts to use, so they'll use one of them here.
Yeah, and good on first down. You've got them in 2nd and extra long, which is exactly what you want. That's whenever, they have to start peeling back some of the playbook. Now, this is an odd down and distance. On this 2nd and extra long, you get a lot of screen stuff. You get a lot of, delayed quarterback draws or quarterback run game typically. We'll see how they approach it here, but got to keep your antennas up for any of the quarterback stuff and screen game.
I do like the aggressive nature of BV using the timeout right there, guys. Get a negative play on first down. little over 2.5 minutes to go. Make a couple plays here, get the ball back with plenty of time to go put a drive together.
Sooner football brought to you by OG&E. We energize life. Timeout's over. Robbins brought into the backfield with Retzloff. 2nd and 14 from the 31. Sooner shift up front. You got Lewis and McKenzie at linebacker. Trace Ford out covering a slot receiver right now. Near fumble on the handoff. Retzloff keeps it, runs far side. Billy Bowman can't get him, but Kenai Walker does and pushed him out of bounds, so the clock will stop. He got only 1 yard on that. It'll be 3rd and 13.
Not a very smart play there by Retzloff, but I will say this. How about that speed? Not many people run around Billy Bowman.
Oklahoma, this is their second of the half. 30-second timeout.
So the Sooners have 1 remaining and will get the ball back if they can get a stop here with plenty of time to do something. There's still 2:27 to go in the half.
Ted, Retzloff's got a little speed.
He does,
man.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
saw him and Billy Bowman running, and he was able to get away from Billy, and we all know how fast and explosive Billy is. So that's a little glimpse of what type of athlete they've got playing at quarterback today.
Yeah, he came down. He had the angle on him and everything, and he just straight up ran around him. That is not easy to do.
7 of 11 passing today for Retzloff for 105 yards, 2 touchdowns. Gabriel so far today, 13 of 21, 191, 2 touchdowns. Here we go, 3rd and 13. Going to have to likely put it in the air here. Robbins in motion, empty backfield. Retzloff fakes the screen, throws underneath. Epps got it at the 40, tackled across the 40 to the 43. He got 11 of the 13 they needed, so it'll be 4th and 2. And this puts Venables in a trickier spot as to whether to use that last time out or not.
Should be a legal man downfield.
Yeah, I was curious about that. I haven't seen a replay.
It's supposed to be a middle screen there, Ted, but he's catching the ball. There's a gray area. He's catching it 3 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. You got linemen downfield.
They're going to leave the offense on the field here. I don't think they're going for it. I think they've got a timeout. I think they're going to try to draw OU off here. 4th and 2 from their own 43. No, they're going for it. Retzloff looks right, throws right side. It is caught. First down. Wow, what a call. Isaac Rex down to the Sooner 44. Gutsy.
If you're going to beat Oklahoma, you're going to have to make some tough calls, and there's one right there. You're risking giving them a super short field with, minute 45.
That was a good throw and catch, too. First down at the Sooner 44 with 1:26 to go. Retzloff back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, trying to get away, throws late, incomplete. He was being hit as he threw. He winged it out for Tasse. It'll be 2nd down.
Good job, Deshaun McCullough staying home there. The tendency was to squeeze on the inside and go in on the quarterback, pulling the ball down the middle, but he maintained his coverage on the outside. And had they completed that, he would have been in a good position to make a tackle, maybe even a tackle for loss.
Jacob Lacey, the pressure there for OU. 1:20 to go in the half. The long field goal of the season for Will Farron is 46 yards, so they'd have to get to the 29 for him to have that long of a try. Snap, Retzloff going to throw. Under pressure, being chased, throws late, incomplete. Jonah Laulu planted him, and he just got rid of the ball, but he had a man in the area. 3rd down.
Really nice job there. Run a stunt game up front. Laulu twist to the inside. They're late picking it up, and that's a big man crushing the quarterback right there.
3rd and 10, too far for a field goal here. BYU 3 for 6 on 3rd downs. 1:14 to go in the half. Both coaches with 1 timeout remaining. Trips left, tight end Rex right. Sooners showing pressure. They bring 4. Retzloff dancing right, looking, has time, throws across the middle, sliding catch made at the 26. Lassiter.
Boy, they clear everything out. They run the tight end under and the back under and run our backers out of that middle area. We take the cheese, and they hit the deep crosser coming in behind.
And now they are in field goal range as we're down to 60 seconds to go in the half. Trips to the right for the Cougars. Retzloff fakes the handoff. fakes the short pass, throws one down the sideline, incomplete. Lassiter covered by Dolby. Second down.
It's that little wheel route there, that kind of a double wheel route. They run a takeoff and then a delayed wheel route whenever they've already got a player in the flat that's bought by the flat player in coverage there. That's a difficult concept to cover.
Clouds hanging ominously over the mountains as we are late here in the first half in Provo. 49 seconds to go. Sooners lead the game 17-14. Cougars trying to tie it up or better for them before going into the locker room. Deion Smith, the back slipped. It's a lateral. It's going to be a double pass. Throwback. Retzloff dropped it, and he'll jump on it back at the 35-yard line. Incomplete is the call. They tried the double pass throwback to the quarterback, Retzloff, and they botched it.
And it was never going well from the beginning. Is almost, in my opinion, an illegal shift or illegal motion. It looked like the guy in the backfield was still moving forward when they snapped it, and he slipped at the same time. Just a strange play. Never really got engaged properly.
41 seconds to go. 3rd and 10. It is a keeper. Retzloff, nope, whistles before the snap. Whistles. What do we got here? Did BV call a timeout?
Prior to the snap, the previous play is under further review.
I think this has got to spot him back at where he dropped the football, guys.
It was just a weird exchange. Everything was hustled. And
look at the big screen here, guys. Ball's right at the 35 when he throws it.
That looks definitely backwards. 100%.
You think so?
Yeah.
I
don't know.
From what they're showing us down here on the field, he lets it go about the 34 and a half, and the ball lands behind the 35. It doesn't look like he throws it backwards, but where his body is, I don't know what type of paradox there is. I'm sure there's some word for this.
It's closer than I initially thought. I don't know where the hand is.
It looks, I mean, when you look at where he lets it go, Ted, he lets it go. Oh yeah, no, it's undoubtedly backwards.
They've got the notepad out, boys.
I don't know. I think his hand's right on the 35 when he throws it.
No.
And the ball bounces on the 35.
I think it's barely backwards.
I think it's like barely backwards. Yeah. I agree. I think it's going to be BYU's football at the 35.
What makes it hard is he's like going to his right. You know, his body's leaning backwards, so like when he starts the throw, he's in one place, but whenever the ball leaves his hand, he's in another.
Yeah, his feet are at the 34, but his hand is like really close to the 35. Yeah. Maybe I'm just trained that we don't win these things.
That could definitely be a heavy influence.
I mean, it's a 9-yard difference. The spot
it's
here.
Significant.
Sure, it could push him out of field goal range.
Yeah, you think about the implications for a field goal,
they're probably be forced to take a timeout as well. They'll have a running clock.
We're under an official review brought to you by McIntyre Law, Noble McIntyre Law, the law firm you should turn to for all your personal injury needs. Noble McIntyre had his 14th annual Day of Giving yesterday. I don't know how many thousands of turkeys they gave away to those in need in the Oklahoma City area. Just a tremendous thing that Noble and his lawyer friends do every year.
They've made their decision. They're letting the Sooner huddle know about it right now. So any moment.
Is there a question whether he wants to accept this or not? Is there a penalty in play?
It doesn't look like.
I don't know why they would notify Brent unless there's a choice to be made.
Yeah, the ref came over into the Sooner huddle.
He picked the ball up.
They're trying to find
They're trying to find Coach.
Here he comes.
Mr. Referee, you can find him in the middle of the huddle every time.
What is the debate here, you think? Or what is the decision to be made?
I don't know, because if it's a backwards pass, then that's where the ball goes. There's no conversation to be had.
Is it possible the first pass wasn't backwards?
Oh, yeah. Well,
and
might be right.
And we're saying it's an illegal forward pass?
After review, we had 2 backward passes, the second of which was recovered by BYU at the 35-yard line. with 44 seconds on the clock.
Well, we're idiots.
By going from a stop clock to a running clock, this involves a 10-second runoff. Both BYU and Oklahoma have chosen to not use their timeout to avoid.
Okay. There you go.
Please set the clock to 34 seconds, and it'll start on the ready.
All right, so it was a lateral. Both of them were laterals. Not an incomplete pass. They're going to spot the ball back at the 35, which may push BYU out of field goal range if they don't move it here. The decision was, do you want to use the 10 seconds or not? A little bit interesting, Oklahoma didn't, I think. We're 35 seconds here. Let's see what they do. 3 wides. The back is Martin. Snap to Retzloff. Handoff. Martin over the right side. Twisted down by Bothroyd at the 32. If they kick it from here, it would be a career long. It'd be a 49-yard try. Satake is going to let the clock run, and he's going to send his kicking unit onto the field for the final snap of the half. Clock right now is at 5. Satake standing next to the ref. He uses his timeout at 3.
Timeout, BYU. This is their final timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
So Will Farron, who is 8 of 11 on the year, season-long 46. This should be around a 49 to 50-yard try.
And no wind to speak of down here.
And a chance, Ted, to send the Cougars into the locker room with a little juice if you were to make a long one like this.
Yeah, this is a big exchange here. And, we saw the slick surface is difficult for these kickers. Now, I'm sure they're used to it more than we are. And, the thicker grass makes these longer field goals more difficult. Again, though, they're used to this surface, so maybe not as big of a factor. I think it would definitely be a factor for us, as we've already seen our kicker slide whenever he's attempting a kickoff. So
call it a 49-yarder. Remember, BYU deferred. They get the ball to start the second half. Ball is on the right hash.
And you also got to have your antenna. If you feel like this is something that's out of his range, and it looks like they're pulling some guys out.
Snap back. Hold is down. Kick is away. It's got the distance, and it is good.
Wow.
He pounded that football.
Yeah.
Would have been good from 60. We got an injured player, too, for BYU.
Final play of the first half, a 49-yard field goal for Will Farron. And we are right back where we started, all knotted up. After one half of football, it's Oklahoma 17 and BYU 17.
Toby, McCain Metalier, as soon as Jackson Arnold sat down and picked up that phone, McCain Metalier looked at it and goes, "Let's go, baby. That's destiny calling."
This has been the Oklahoma Sooner Halftime Show, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Take a taste. Second half kickoff is a good one. Sails through the end zone for a touchback. BYU gets the ball first, and they will start going right to left in front of us, south to north from their own 25-yard line in a tie football game. 17 all, and apparently Oklahoma will go the rest of the way without starting quarterback Dylan Gabriel.
Well, going back to helping your young quarterback, one way you do that is field position and turnovers. Get the ball back in some good field position where the pressure's off.
Retzloff has had a nice day at quarterback for BYU in place of their injured starter, Keaton Slovis. He's got 2 wideouts, 2 tight ends. He sends one of the tights, Rex, in motion. It starts with a handoff to Robbins, who sneaks through a hole over the right side and takes it out to the 32 for a gain of 7.
It's tough, and that's the pressure that Retzloff puts you under. It's the zone read. He hands it there, and we get the defensive end drug. There's too much space there for a big gain on first down. You got 2nd, 3, or 4 now instead of 8 or 9. It's because of the space and the attention that they're giving to Retzloff.
Bothroyd the tackle. Each team only had 5 possessions in the first half. BYU going slow. 4 wide receivers set on 2nd and 3. In motion, Paolo, the fullback. Inside handoff, big hole, first down across the 35, across the 40. It's Robbins all the way out near the 45. Back-to-back runs by Aiden Robbins to start this second half. Nets 20.
No good. Just entirely too soft. We're too soft at the edge. We're too soft at backer. We're getting drug in the secondary. That's not good.
Ball is on the Y, the BYU logo at midfield from the 45. It's another handoff to Robbins. He cuts it back, turns it up. Only got about 3 that time. Hard hit by Kendall Dolby and Ethan Downs. 2nd and 7.
Sorry, T-Row. Much better there at the defensive end spot, really getting aggressive there and closing that space. But at backer, we're going to have to get better. They're going to be climbing really quickly and putting you at conflict on that. You better know which direction you're going. You can't get caught with that tackle climbing into your chest. There's too much space.
You got Stutzman and McKenzie at linebacker right now. 2nd and 7 from their own 48 for the Cougars. BYU in blue, Sooners in the road whites. Snap, back to pass, Sooners bring a blitz. Stutzman chasing it, he just throws it into the ground. Retzloff just backhanded it into the turf. He had Danny Stutzman up his nostrils immediately. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, smart play by Retzloff. He just flips it to the running back's legs, who's in protection there, not expecting a pass, but he knows that he's not going to be able to get anything downfield and to avoid the pass interference, just flips it at his running back's feet.
PJ Adebayo in to rush the passer here on 3rd and long. Cougars 4 of 8 on 3rd downs. They have not been good this year. 27% their completion percentage on 3rd downs. Better than that, though, today. Sooners bring a blitz. Retzloff quickly throws. It is batted in the air, incomplete. Oh, man. The receiver Epps slipped. Dolby had a chance at a pick. But they get the stop, and they force a punt.
He never saw the football there. The wideout slipped, and he has his eyes down at the wideout, and the ball hits him.
Oh, right in the hands.
Ball almost intercepts itself somehow there. That would have been a big play if Dolby could have got his eyes up and picked that up, because he could have been off and running.
Gavin Freeman standing inside the 10-yard line. There's the punt, high with backspin, right up the chute. Fair catch called for. It comes down at the 9. Freeman caught it. Sooners start there. Oklahoma forces a punt in this tie game to start the second half, and now they take the field. And in the huddle with a helmet on is the true freshman quarterback, Jackson Arnold. Dylan Gabriel, apparently injured, has not come out of the locker room yet for the second half. And Jackson Arnold is in, the 5-star Gatorade National Player of the Year, in a tie football game on the road at Elevation. The future, assumed future of the Oklahoma football program in to try to win it from his own 9. Sawchuk the back, in motion Anderson. Snap. Arnold flings it out. Sawchuk got it. 5, spins and can't get away. Pushed back for a loss. 2-yard loss back to the 7.
I understand the play call. You're trying to give some easy throw and catches, completions to give him a little bit of confidence, but you're backed up too. Some of that lateral stuff is dangerous. I wouldn't be surprised they call his number in the running game early too.
Handoff Sawchuk looking for running room, finds none. No gain. It'll be 3rd down and 11.
This is a dangerous area. You're 3rd and extra long, backed up. This should be a very conservative play call from Jeff Levy.
Sooners 5 of 8 on 3rd downs. They go trips left, Farouk right, Walker in at running back. Got to get to the 19 for a first down. Stoops in motion left to right. Arnold back to pass, put on the end zone, steps up in the pocket, he'll run. He's to the 10, he's to the 15, he's got the first down, and he's down the sidelines. Flag down late, and he's out of bounds. He took it all the way to the 35, and at the end of the run, a flag. Now let's see where the hold took place. It'll back up OU. It's going to be on Austin Stogner, but it was well downfield.
Illegal block in the back. Number 81 offense. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay 3rd down.
Looks like the spot of the foul was the 23, so they're going to back it to the 13, I think. And that'll make it 3rd down and 7. Not sure about that call. We're waiting to
Not sure.
Replay.
What was that?
And it started picking up rain-wise, too, guys, here on 3rd down.
You see the legs and the danger of Jackson Arnold, what he could do in the quarterback run game. And that's definitely going to get the attention of BYU.
3rd down and 7. Again, Stoops in motion left to right. Arnold's got it. Looking to throw. Looks middle. Throws out to Tawi in the flat. Got a ways to go at the 10. Grabbed by the ankle. Can't get away. Pushes ahead to the 15 and out of bounds. But that's 5 yards shy of the first. I'm going to give him near the 16. 3 yards shy of the first. And here comes the punt team.
It looked like maybe he had Drake Stoops downfield a little bit, but takes the smart play and checks it down there. And, you're able to get off the field and not cost your team any there. And, the tough field position, that's hard. Coming out in the second half, this is your first series and you're backed up. That's a difficult position.
Game tied 17 all, 10:47 to go, 3rd quarter. Parker Kingston deep to receive for BYU. Elzinga's punt, high, wobbly, far side. Kingston up, no fair catch, takes it at the 43. Dances to midfield, he's tackled there, and a flag is down. And that should be good news for the visiting team.
Just to go back, talking about it coming out, some of the keys, defensively, field position is even more important. And, we got backed up there right out of the gate.
Illegal block in the back, number 19 of the return team. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Timeout on the field.
Well, you really need to wrench down defensively and flip the field position if possible to give Jackson Arnold a legitimate fighting chance to get out and run this true offense instead of the conservative coming out of your own goal line type of stuff we just saw there.
Come out and be with his teammates. So obviously our thoughts and prayers are with Dylan, but a tremendous opportunity for Jackson Arnold.
And look who's over here talking Jackson up. Teddy, you said it about Drake Stoops. He comes over and he's talking to him about the last play. Really cool leadership.
BYU from their own 36, game tied 17, all pistol formation, early movement. Looked like OU jumped. Looked like the defensive line jumped. Let's see.
Illegal snap, number 70.
All right.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
We'll take it.
Well, Retzloff looked upset. He went right to the official. You could hear him through the ref's mic there. Right after the play, he was going back there.
He's still going after it. I did want to add, too, Drake Stoops over here talking up Jackson Arnold, making sure he's good. He's got Davis Bevels here, but also Jalil Farouk came over and spent some time talking up Jackson Arnold.
I'm sure he's going to have everyone on the team go over and give him some advice.
4th penalty for BYU. Play action. Retzloff back to pass under pressure. Hit as he throws. It is incomplete. Woody Washington knocks it away from Rex. Great play by Washington. No PI there. Crowd groaning. Dasan McCullough lit up Retzloff on the throw.
Really nice. Almost a delayed pressure there. And no one picks him up. And Retzloff with the extended play action fake has his back turned for a long time. Does a good job just to get the ball off.
Maybe he got there a tad early.
Yeah, but he's making a play on the football.
Good point.
Toby. He's attacking the ball in the air. I like that no call from the official.
2nd and 15 from the 31. Sooners making Retzloff a little more uncomfortable so far here in the second half. He's going to throw again. He's under pressure again. Steps up, tries to get away. He can't. Well, he actually dove forward for a yard. It'll be 3rd and 14 from the 32. Teddy, if they change something here defensively?
Well, they're just getting aggressive. That's 2 big pressures back to back. And, we're not going to sit there and let Retzloff beat us. They tried that little gadget play throwback on first down and set themselves back behind the chains.
3rd and 14. They go empty. Got to get it out to the 46 for a first down. Retzloff back to pass. Has time this time. Now throws short. Caught. That'll be a loss, though. Wrapped up. Billy Bowman throws down Kingston to the ground. Back at the 28-yard line. A loss of 4 more. And, Teddy, you mentioned the Sooner defense needs to stand tall, and they did.
Yeah, this is huge. Going backwards there for BYU's offense. Pressure on the quarterback. Now you need to force a punt. Don't have any mess-ups here on the exchange of possession, and set your young quarterback up with some good field position where they can, settle into the offense and get him going.
Freeman waiting at the 30. Snap back, they come after it. Didn't quite get there. Rico got off a boomer. Driving kick back inside the 20. Freeman, no fair catch. Evades one man. Runs far side, comes back near side. Can't get away. Now he does. Now he can't. Tackled all the way back at the 16.
Jeez.
Big punt, big coverage by BYU. 56-yard punt by Rico.
That looks like Teddy's driver when he's playing in the mountains. That thing was shot out of a cannon. They're going to dare Jackson Arnold to push the ball down the field. The good thing is he's really good at that. And I expect Jeff Lebby, like now that Arnold's settled in the game a little bit, I expect him to get aggressive and push it down the field.
You may see it right here on this first play.
Farouk, Stoops, Anderson, the wideout, Stogner, the tight end, Tawi, the back snap. Jackson Arnold fumbles the snap, catches it, takes it himself, lost yardage. Bobbled the snap. It's a 3-yard loss back to the 13. It'll be second down and 13 from the 13. Snap appeared to be good. Arnold in the shotgun. Play action to throw. Does far side. Nick Anderson comeback catch. Had to go to the ground to get it at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 7. It'll set up third down and 6.
Nice. Comfortable throw and catch there. Just easy little comeback route there by Anderson. Big cushion there by the secondary.
Third down and 6 from the 20. LaVell Edwards Stadium in full roar. Stoops in motion. Arnold fakes right, comes back left, misses Tawi. He was under pressure. If he had hit him, he had room to run. And the Sooners go 3 and out.
Well, you start off poorly on first down, and that's what you're going to get. You know, first down, we mishandled the snap, give ourselves a huge loss. Defense goes into conservative mode. You're forced to throw it underneath, create third down. They're in another shell coverage, and you're forced to check it down there under pressure. Just not getting in a good rhythm right now. Had an opportunity to flip the field position, and they hit a huge punt, and we're still just kind of finding our way right now. I'd like to see him get to some running game to try and clear some pressure.
Elzinga got it away. Line drive, no fair catch called by Kingston. Comes near side, great coverage, tripped up, no return. Peyton Bowen in on the tackle, the special teams vixen. And BYU will start at the 40. Got to give credit to John Hoover, one of the beat writers on the OU beat for this point. Third time OU's played BYU all time. In 1994, they faced him with backup quarterback Terrence Brown because Garrick McGee had meningitis. Of course, back in 2009, Sam Bradford got knocked out of that game. Landry Jones came in. And now here in 2023, starting quarterback Dylan Gabriel out. Jackson Arnold in for the rest of this one, it appears. After a 39-yard punt, BYU starts at their own 40. And it starts with a handoff to Robbins. Room to run right side 50. Sooner 40-yard line. Jumps over a man down to the 35. Aiden Robbins, big run.
They go to the nub side, and we just don't fit it right. They got it blocked up. They got a hat on a hat over there, and they push us out of the way, and he's off to the races in the secondary. And a good job downfield with the bring down tackle by Billy Bowman.
25 yards by Robbins. He is nearing 100 yards on the day now. 13 carries, 97 yards for the UNLV transfer. First and 10 at the Sooner 35. Rex in motion. It is another hand. Nope, it's a keeper. Retzlaff fooled everybody around the right side, and he's got another first down. 11-yard carry to the Sooner 24.
Poorly played between the defensive end and Stutzman over there. There's just way too much space. Now, I don't know whose responsibility is what, but it looked like they based the defensive end, and he just gives ground and creates a massive hole there. He's basically just running the zone read on a gap closer to where the ball was snapped, and just a massive hole there.
Retzlaff has really good ball handling on that zone read. First and 10 from the 24. In motion, Epps. Handoff this time. Roberts right side 20. He's to the 15. Only Billy Bowman can keep him out of the end zone, and he does. Inside the 5-yard line, he rides him down. It'll be first and goal, Cougars at the 3.
Again, misgapped. They're coming out the backside. That's back to the original play, the first play of the series with the long gain. And we're all messed up. I don't know if it's Stutzman moving back and forth between Mike and Will or what.
Picked off! Intercepted! Billy Bowman! He's going down the sidelines! Billy Bowman to the 40, to the 30. He's running out of gas. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Unhitched it all the way. Goes Retzloff. It's a touchdown. The second pick six of the year for Billy Bowman.
Wow. It looked like they tried to go to the slot there. Bowman in coverage, and the wide receiver kind of goes down, slips and goes down, and Bowman's right there on top of him, intercepts it, and he's cruising out to the 50. And you're right, Toby. He was pulling a trailer the back half of that, and Retzloff gave everything he had to run him down and just came up short.
What a play. 100 yards. A 100-yard interception return for a touchdown to the extra point is good. Billy Bowman, as the Sooners come up with another big stop on the goal line, and this time they flip the script. Touchdowns brought to you by Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. Guys, we've got an injured Sooner on the field. Go ahead, Gabe.
Keeps it in some of this read run game. They got to figure this stuff out, or else BYU's going to keep just going to it.
Here's the kickoff. Schmidt got a hold of that one. It'll be another touchback.
And in fact, T-Row, right up until the final moment that the defense took the field, Coach Venables was in that huddle with the defense. They have the tarped covered area over here on the sidelines. They were on the dry erase board, working, fixing, figuring things out up until this moment where the defense had to take the field. Also might have been catching their breath too, Ted.
Well, the interesting thing is, and Kip's back out there now, feels like we haven't seen a whole lot of Kip Lewis. I think Stutzman at Mike and Kip at Will is your best matchup or best lineup, and as Stutzman now jogs off and you've got Kobe and Kip out there, there's been a lot of moving parts at linebacker, and we're misfitting a bunch of things.
1st and 10 from the 25. Inside handoff Robbins. Again, a big hole around the left side. 30, 35. Flung down by Key Lawrence all the way out at the 39-yard line. That's a 14-yard run by Robbins.
It's a really nice tackle there by Key Lawrence out in the open field, and we've got absolutely no edge. We're blocked up front. No penetration by the defensive line, and again, no edge at all. We got no one home. Easy yards for the offense.
1st and 10 snap. Robbins again. Big hole up the middle. Gashes to the 50, to the Sooner 45, down to the 43. I mean, Robbins over and over right now with giant running holes.
Well, we stem to that bare front, and Kobe McKenzie's basically the defensive end on the edge, and he's got to take the handoff, the running back dive play. He's got to close the space, squeeze it down, and make that tackle, and he's waiting too long there on the exchange. The longer he waits, the bigger that gap gets.
Aiden Robbins now 151 yards rushing today. This handoff goes to Deion Smith. A shorter game, but still 5 yards to the Sooner 38. The 100-yard pick six for Billy Bowman, the third in Sooner history. Julian Wilson had one against Tennessee in 2014. Al Needs in 1945 with a 100-yard pick six against Kansas State. 2nd and 5 from the Sooner 38 for BYU. Sooners lead at 24-17. We're down to 4:20 to go, third quarter. In motion, Kingston. Retzloff on the handoff. Sooners defend that well. That's a tackle for loss as they swarm Deion Smith in the backfield. Danny Stutzman in on the tackle at the 40. 2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
Well, we finally get some good penetration there by the defensive line. Create some chaos there, and the backers just come in and clean it up. It's taken us an awful long time to get the call in, and seems like we're late lining up and discombobulated there in the front 7 almost on every play.
3rd and 7 from the 40. Potential 4-down territory here. Likely 4-down territory. Oh, receiver slips. Lassiter in motion. Now he's back up. Back to pass Retzloff. Flushed left. Throws short. Caught by Smith.
Nice.
Banged out of bounds at the 35. That's a couple of yards shy of the first. It'll be 4th and around 2, depending on the spot.
Oh, they're going to go for it here. As much success as they've had running the football, you're probably just going to get straight up zone read.
8:05 on the play.
Or they may get to that end over where they're creating that nub side and can kind of isolate one of the interior guys and base the outside.
Cougars are 2 for 2 on 4th downs today. They have, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Ted, thrown both times.
Yeah.
One was a touchdown. They break the sugar huddle here. 4th and 2 from the Sooner 35. 5 wides, and now Satake's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, BYU. This is their first of the half. 30-second timeout.
He's probably saying, let's not make the same mistake we did on the goal line and throw the ball here whenever we've run it as successfully as we have.
Ted, I am really, really surprised that BYU has been able to run the football the way that they have so far in this football game. They're one of the worst rushing teams in the country.
Well, I agree.
It's surprising, man. I thought the defensive line would hold up better than they have so far.
Well, one of the things, that's kind of surprising, and it maybe speaks to the poor play of backers. They've played like so many different lineups now at inside backer. Stutzman's moving back and forth between the Mike and the Will. You got Canick coming in. You got Kobe McKenzie coming in. You got Kip Lewis coming in. I mean, there's a bunch of different lineups, and no one group has been able to really settle in, it doesn't feel like.
All right, here we go. Timeout's over. 4th and 2 from the 35. They shift into a trips to the right, one left. L.J. Martin is the back. Now they send in motion Hill. Back to pass, rolling right, Retzloff. Looking, throws, got a man. Caught, first down, 25, open, that's Epps. Cuts to the 15, dances to the 10, tackled from behind at the 8.
Sprint pass, sprint out to the right, and we cover it at first, but as we continue to pursue with the quarterback, we forget our coverage, and the sit-down player just works his way back to the middle of the field, and Retzloff stays on him, and finally he clears coverage and is off to the races.
1st and goal, they spot it at the 9. Cougars trying to tie it right back up here. 2:25 to go in the 3rd. The Billy Bowman 100-yard pick six gave the Sooners the lead. BYU right back down here to this part of the field. Snap to Retzloff. He'll run it himself behind Robbins as a lead blocker. Hit sideways at the 6-yard line by Danny Stutzman. He got 3.
Nice play by Stutzman, but we're still soft at the point of attack. They've got us on our heels. The quarterback zone read stuff with Retzloff has everyone just waiting and reading instead of attacking.
Second down and goal, and whistle and a snap, and somebody jumped. Yeah. A Cougar jumped.
False start, number 78, offense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Suamatia called for the false start, but really it looked like that might have been the center's problem. It looked like he was not on the same page with everybody else. So back it up near the 11, 2nd and goal from there. 1:33 to go, 3rd quarter. Trips right, tight end right, overload. Now in motion, the tight end. Snap, quarterback keeper Retzloff around the left end to the 5, to the goal line. Touchdown. Quarterback keeper Retzloff, 11 yards.
Blocked up really nicely by BYU. They got a hat on a hat. Quarterback, just really good job of making the right read there, making guys miss and sifting his way through those blocks and making it up on the next level there. And we just can't get through there and make the play. We're too slow, too reactive right now. It's almost like we're just trying to guess at what the play is going to be instead of reading our keys and reacting. On our heels big time defensively.
1:19 to go, 3rd quarter. Will Farron on, and now we're going to look at this.
Ruling on the field of a touchdown is under further review.
It really feels like as the game has rolled on, we've gotten worse defensively, not better. I thought early on, okay, this is some new stuff with Retzloff. We're going to have to kind of, settle in here, go over some things on the sidelines after these drives until we dial in what they're doing. But as it's gotten worse, it feels like the integrity and the guys trusting and doing their job is really falling apart.
Official review brought to you by Noble McIntyre Law, the law firm you should turn to for all your personal injury needs.
I was right on the goal line, guys. I didn't think there was really too much question about this. Now that you look,
there's just so much traffic,
so many
there.
bodies there.
I don't know how they overturn it. It's hard for me. I don't have a very good look, and this TV is our replay is like a minute behind.
I think he's in.
I think he's in too.
Yeah.
And there was some frustration. You mentioned it, Ted. Guys being involved. Here we go.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
There was some frustration. Woody Washington was in the end zone. He was blocked. He just threw his arms out. Key Lawrence got blocked trying to make the play. So you get back and regroup, and that's something that doesn't happen very often, guys. Teams have not had success against the Sooners in the third quarter. They'd only given up 30 points in the third quarter heading into today's game, the fewest in the Big 12.
Extra point try now for Farron. It is up and it is good. And we are tied. BYU has had the ball virtually the entire third quarter. The OU offense has been on the field twice. They went 3 and out both times. The pick six obviously gave the ball right back to BYU. With 1:19 to go in the quarter, it's now 24 all. The Oklahoma Turnpike Authority drive summary. 8 plays, 75 yards in 4:36. Another big fourth down pickup on that drive. And the touchdown, the first TD run of the year for Jake Retzloff, 11 yards.
Oklahoma player number 13 is now 74.
Well, it feels like this whole quarter has evaporated on us, and we haven't even hardly had the football. You have that long drive and get the pick six. Defense is right back out there on the field, and they go down again on us. We need to get something going offensively here.
This Lavelle Edwards Stadium crowd starting to believe. They're one win away from becoming bowl eligible. Could it come today? Kickoff is short, returnable. It'll be taken at the goal line by Farouk. He runs right to the 10. Now outside 15, up the sideline 20. 25 to the 30 and pushed out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good return by Jalil Farouk. There are no flags.
Nice return. Now we're in a decent spot here where hopefully we can get something going. You know, let's not bobble the snap on first down here. Let's get a good, solid play. Get the chains moving where we can actually let Jackson Arnold do some work.
From the 32 going left to right, late third quarter. Sooners have Jaden Gibson and Austin Stogner split to the right. Drake Stoops, Nick Anderson to the left. Gavin Sawchuk on the left hip of Jackson Arnold. Stogner in motion. Handoff Sawchuk up the middle. Bounces outside 35-40. He's got room 45-50. Down the sidelines to the 40 and out of bounds. Biggest run of the day for OU on the ground. Gavin Sawchuk.
Really nice play. Gap scheme stuff. Follows the puller around. Really good action there. Got tons of movement up front and a good block by, I think, was it Caden Green coming around? I'm not sure who it was, but really good stuff.
We've got an injured Cougar right on the OU sideline. Now, this benefits OU. I'm not complaining, but this spot at the 36 is about 4 yards off. Gavin Sawchuk went out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. They're going to put it down at the 36. Now they're going to move it. Sorry, now somebody said the OU guy's complaining.
Alfre's the injured BYU guy. They just popped him up. He just popped up, excuse me.
32-yard run by Sawchuk. 57 seconds to go in the quarter. Sooners in Cougar territory for the first time in the second half.
It's good to see that run, get them going too. You know, some early downs, get something going, get some positive momentum where they can feel good about this drive.
Bunch quad to the right, Anderson alone to the left in a compact formation, but 5 wide. Now they shift out of it. Sawchuk comes to the backfield. 1st and 10, Arnold. Handoff Sawchuk up the middle, another hole. 35 to the 30, outside, running over Cougars. He's down to the 26. 13 more yards for Gavin Sawchuk.
McCade Matoyer's face mask broke. So he's about to play a snap with a broken face mask.
That GT counter, we had the 2 pullers coming around, finding something here in the running game with those gap schemes. First one was to the right side. This one comes back to the left.
They don't have to snap it again. 17 seconds to go. They're trying to help McCade Matoyer's face mask. Now, Jacob Sexton just slams it back into place.
It looks like he's punching him in the face.
The umpire's going to stop so they can get it fixed. Yeah, they're going to make him come off the field.
5 seconds to go in the quarter.
Schaefer is, I guess they're sending in Savion Byrd.
They let him sub, and I would assume OU will just let the clock run out here.
Yeah. There's no reason to run a play, especially you're down in this loud south end zone.
And it's the end of the third.
This is the end of the third quarter.
Now 4 fingers in the air. We head to the final frame here in Provo in a tie football game. 24-all. Oklahoma on the move. The penultimate game of the 2023 college football season for the Sooners. And we got a tight one in the mountains. Jackson Arnold at quarterback. Dylan Gabriel injured. An apparent concussion suffered on the final drive of the first half. Arnold takes the snap. Handoff Sawchuk. Looking for a hole. Kicks it outside. Squeezes his way forward for 1, maybe 2. Give him 2 to the 24.
Defended nicely there by BYU. They were stacking up in there for that one after the couple of big runs that we had previous.
Matayer right back in. 2nd and 8 from the 24. Farouk and Stoops deployed out to the right. Anderson and Stogner tight to the line to the left. Sooners trying to retake the lead. Arnold going to throw this time. Does dart across the middle. Broken up. Looking for Nick Anderson. Good coverage by Jacob Robinson. 3rd down.
Really tight coverage there. Jackson Arnold gets aggressive and puts it in there, trying to trust Anderson to go make a play. And just deflected there and almost into dangerous territory as that ball went near that safety once it flipped into the air.
Be medium to long field goal try from here if they don't gain a yard. 3rd down and 8 from the 24. Tawi Walker in the backfield to the right of Jackson Arnold. Arnold has started 3 for 5 passing, but only 9 yards. Play clock at 2. At 1, there's the snap. Looking right, steps up, flag down. Now they're going to stop the play and say somebody jumped early for OU.
False start, number 75, offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Walter Rouse.
Well, we get into that whole situation where we change personnel late, and BYU does what we were doing to them. They run the snail, and it takes them forever to change personnel, and you find yourself in a tough spot.
That's the 6th penalty on Oklahoma today, the most penalized team in the Big 12 Conference. Now it's long field goal range if they don't pick up a yard. 3rd down and 13. Stoops in motion. Arnold against a 3-man rush. Looks right. Throws across the middle. Diving catch. Jalil Farouk. 1st down. A diving catch by Double OQ. Down to the 13-yard line.
I was worried about that one when he let it go. There was a bunch of Cougars in that area, but they found the connection.
Jackson Arnold on the keeper on the quick snap. Runs right. Hit at the 11. Lowers his shoulder. Keeps churning, but he's pushed back. He picked up 3 yards on the called quarterback keeper. Eddie Heckard, the tackle.
This is where it gets difficult, especially for a young quarterback. Everything's condensed. The ball has to come out quicker. Everything's tighter. The throws need to be more precise.
2nd and 7 from the 11. Sooners in the Delta Dental red zone. The state's leading provider of dental benefits. Arnold with words for his offensive line. Now backs into the gun. Plenty of time here. Stogner sets up right into the line. There's the snap. Handoff Tawi. Runs right. Hits sideways. Knocked back. He got 1 to the 10. 3rd down and 6.
We got no push there, and that's one of those where, Stogner just comes back into the core and brings a defender with him and really makes it easier for the safeties and everyone to attack the box. I'd rather just run that play with your tight end split out.
Tie game on the road, 4th quarter. 12:40 to go. 3rd down and 6 from just inside the 10. Stacked receivers left. That's Anderson and Stoops. Now Drake goes in motion. Snap. Arnold looks left. Nowhere to go. Now throws late. It is incomplete. Farouk, the nearest receiver. A little bit of happy feet there by Arnold in the pocket. And here comes the field goal unit.
They were trying to change the play late or at least get Arnold's attention, but they weren't able to do it. Joe John Finley almost out on the numbers, guys, trying to get his attention, just couldn't get it for maybe an adjustment on that, Ted.
It felt like that whole drive, just the coordination was choppy. Late calls, late personnel changes, scrambling to get to the line to get the snap off there, got the false start. And that's what happens whenever you don't play a whole lot. It takes a little bit to get in the groove.
27-yard field goal for Schmidt is up in the air, and it is no good. He missed it. He hooked it wide left. The 27-yarder is hooked left, and we are still tied in Provo. 12:20 to play. Crowd at a frenzy. BYU has not led this football game, but they're going to get the ball back with a chance to do so when we come back. From the 20-yard line, BYU first snap, game tied. Starts with a handoff to Robbins. Bangs his way out to the 24. It's a gain of 4 on first down. Aiden Robbins having a big day.
Yeah, it's still too much. They gave us a good spot. They only gave him 3 yards there, and we're catching at the point of attack and unsure at the backer spot, and it's really just sapped all the aggressiveness out of this defense.
The blocking tight end Tasse in here on 2nd down and 7. And they'll go tight end to left. There's a fullback in the slot over there, Paolo, who's got one pass all year. Now he'll go in motion. It is a handoff to Robbins up the middle, hit hard, folded that one up well at the 25, got 2 yards, 3rd down and 5 upcoming.
Much better by Dejon Terry in there, and Isaiah Cole holding point, not a lot of push there, and backers filling in some good spots.
Cougars just 4 of 11 on 3rd downs today. I shouldn't say just, that's higher than their yearly average, but still below 50%. They've got to get 5 yards here to avoid giving it back to OU. 11:09 to play. Shift to double tight end left. Robbins in the backfield. In motion goes Epps. Handoff. Robbins has a hole, first down. Danny Stutzman tripped him up, but he got out to the 31. A 6-yard run on 3rd and 5.
Again, we're late getting there, and I don't know if we're late to adjust to the motion or what it is, but Stutzman is out of position trying to make that tackle, so he's got no punch, and he's getting drug as he's got to lay out to even get there. And it's hard to tell on the fly where the misfit is coming, but it's definitely not drawn up like that defensively.
1st and 10 out to the 31 on 3 consecutive Aiden Robbins carries. Pistol formation this time for the Cougars. Marion goes in motion. He stops and goes back. Play action. Ratzlaff slings it out. Marion caught it behind the line of scrimmage. Dolby out there trips him up. He's got help behind him. This will be a no gain.
Pretty
Billy
good
Bowman
job
came up.
Yeah, pretty good job there. Good job by Bothroyd putting some good pressure on the quarterback. He has to whip it out laterally. We, able to get multiple guys there to help make the tackle in good position, forcing a 2nd long here.
2nd and 10, 9:50 to play. TCU trying to take the air out of the football. OU's had only 3 possessions in the second half on offense.
And we're also helping them. At some point, we got to stop doing the Snell play and try and speed things up so we get the football back.
Tight end in motion, Rex. Ratzlaff, handoff up the middle. Out across the 35-yard line goes Robbins. Tackled at the 36. 5-yard run.
And, we're messed up at the backer spot. We're spinning right now. Kobe McKenzie's out of position, and as he's trying to redirect and come back in, he's slipping and sliding all over the place. We're just guessing at this point.
3rd and 4, 37-yard line. Another opportunity here to get off the field. Cougars have 5 wides, at least to start this play. Play clock down to single digits.
I'll be ready for that sprint pass. That was the 4th down play they hit us on last time.
Ratzlaff back to pass. Sooners bring pressure. He is hit. He's dropped. Ball's loose. It's rolling around on the turf. There's a scramble for it. Sooners got it. Sooners got it. Jonah Laulu at the bottom of the pile. No, it's Jacob Lacey up with it. The 3rd forced turnover of the day. And Oklahoma gets the ball back in BYU territory.
Boy, that play's made on the outside. Bothroyd plays the out route perfectly. It's exactly what they wanted. Retzloff wanted to go to the out route. Bothroyd runs, he's the flat player, starts on the line of scrimmage, gets all the way out. He's perfectly underneath that out route. Retzloff has to eat the football, and that's when the pressure gets there.
Out on the field. 8:43 to go, and an opportunity for Oklahoma to retake the lead here. Tied 24-5. Arnold, handoff. Sawchuk over the right side, takes a hard hit, absorbs it, keeps churning down to the 22. He got 3.
Pretty good job there by Sawchuk. Blocked up nicely initially, and he puts it up in there, bounces out, able to gain some good yardage there on first down and keep some good forward momentum.
2nd down and 7. Arnold, quarterback run, left side to the 20. Hits hard, or takes a hard hit at the 17. They'll give him the 16. That's 1 yard shy of the first. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. And the Sooners go tempo here. Arnold has it. Handoff, Sawchuk over the left side. First down, breaks free. He's to the 10, stiff arm, still on his feet to the 5. Touchdown! Gavin Sawchuk just kept going. Touchdown!
Boy, how about Sawchuk on this one-man effort? Blocked up good initially, and then he encounters a defender, just a little half stiff arm there, and runs through the tackle, fights his way to the goal line. That's really nice there by Sawchuk. And again, it feels like Sawchuk gets better and better as the game wears on, and he gets more and more carries.
Caden Green took their inside backer, Max Tooley, for an absolute ride, gentlemen. That is tremendous stuff from the true freshman at left guard.
5th touchdown of the year for Gavin Sawchuk. Extra point try for Zach Schmidt is good. 7:57 to go. The turnover leads to points. 2nd time that's happened today. This time the offense had to help out, and Gavin Sawchuk did it. 16-yard touchdown run
by the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority. Make it home safe, Oklahoma. 31-24 Sooners.
Here's the kickoff. Zach Schmidt, line drive. It will get into the end zone for a touchback. Shockingly, BYU has outgained OU today. They have outrushed OU today. But the turnovers are 3-zip in favor of the Sooners. Obviously, the 100-yard pick six by Billy Bowman, big. That last sack fumble, big. By the way, that is the first OU sack on defense since the 4th quarter of the UCF game. They went 15 consecutive quarters without a sack. That is not a stat that will sit well with Brent Venables, but when they finally got another one, it was big. Cougars from the 25, trailing by a touchdown again. Ratzloff going to throw, slings it out to Epps, caught on the edge, nice. Tripped up shy of the line of scrimmage. Great play by Kendall Dolby, 1 yard loss.
Really nice. Kendall Dolby in really good position on the outside. Responsibility football, that's that triple option style play. Everyone stays home. Throws it outside, Dolby square to the line of scrimmage, and he can attack it downhill, and everyone's fitting on the right side of their blockers. Nicely done. And pressure has slid to the BYU offense now.
The stadium's quiet now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Little nerves. Power pistol loaded right. Haven't seen this formation yet out of BYU. It is a handoff to Robbins over the right side. Takes it across the 25, but piled up at the 27. Short gain. Here comes 3rd and 8.
Good job by Stutzman there. Just kind of punches and falls back and didn't get much movement up front. And there was really nowhere to go. And those plays haven't stressed us. It's the plays with Retzloff threatening to keep it in the zone read or zone option look that's really been the difficult play style that's given us problems.
Here comes PJ to rush the passer here on 3rd and 8. We're down to 6:35 to go. Snap wasn't expected. Back to pass. Ratzloff played it off his chest. Drops the football. Now we're blowing a whistle. We're blowing a whistle. Dadgummit. Joe Laulu picked it up and was running into the end zone, but a whistle is blowing. And we got an injured Sooner on the back end here.
Kenai Walker.
Not all the offensive players were set. This is a false start. Number 3, offense. It's a 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Toby, this is concerning with Kenai Walker, who is trying to get to the sidelines. We're we're really thin at corner already. Oklahoma's really thin at corner. No Makari Vickers today. We haven't seen Gentry Williams in this game, so see if Kenai can get back in here.
It'll be Josiah Wagner for now. That backed him up to the 22, and it makes it 3rd and 13. Cougars 5 of 13 now on third downs today.
False start, right guard.
7th penalty on BYU will back them up 5 more.
I want to give
number 61 offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
The OU fans here in the northwest corner of the end zone are making a ton of noise, and they've had 2 false starts in a row. This is awesome.
We gave that stem call, that move call up front, and someone flinched. You saw Retzloff and offensive players go and plead their case there, but you got to be able to move your defensive lineman.
Opportunity here, 3rd and 18, and BYU can't just be too conservative. They're down in the 4th quarter. They hand it off, though. Robbins up the middle, upended by Billy Bowman across the 25 to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but it's still 8 yards shy of the first. And here comes the punt unit as we dip under 6 minutes to play.
Watch the fake here.
Yeah, well, I thought we were going to stay punt safe, but they signaled for the return group to go out. This would be a risky spot for a fake punt.
On the punt for the Cougars, number 24, Ryan Rizzo.
BYU, remember, used a timeout early in the second half. Kalani Sitake only has 2 remaining. It appears he's going to give the ball back to OU here. Snap back, and indeed, there's the kick. High and wobbly. Freeman up, fair catch called for. He's got it at the 30. And a Jackson Arnold-led defense will bring Oklahoma on the field, offense, with a chance to salt the game away here, potentially. Timeout.
They're down in the south end. This has been the latter end of the field, too, Toby. This is where the student section is. But this has been the area of the field where Oklahoma's had a field procedural problems here today.
Right to left, Sooners 4th quarter. Trying to stay in the Big 12 title hunt. Got to get a win. And then hope for some help later today. Sawchuk to the left of Arnold. Starts with a play action. Jackson to throw. He takes a deep shot. He's got Anderson behind the defense, and he sailed it over his head by 3 yards. That's a touchdown if he puts it on him. Nick Anderson was 2 steps behind the DB, and Arnold missed him. Oh, dadgummit, 2nd and 10.
You've got to hit those when you have the opportunity. I don't mind the play call at all. Get aggressive there. You know they're going to be piling in the box, stopping the run, and if you can win, go win, but you got to put that ball on him. It's adrenaline kicking up, probably.
4 wides. Stogner in motion. Handoff. Nope. Yep, handoff. Sawchuk breaks a tackle. 35 dances outside. First down 40. 45 stumbling his way near midfield. Another great run by Gavin Sawchuk.
I like this play. It looks like we're going to run split zone, Gabe. I haven't seen this where it's that counter play where he just kind of Stogner delays and then follows the guard.
So, yeah, it looks like he's coming back for split zone. He stops and then is the second puller on the counter play. It's just a different wrinkle to get to the counter. It's been really effective, Ted.
107 yards now for Gavin Sawchuk. A lot of them here in the last couple of drives. From the 49-yard line, Arnold keeper, right side across midfield, barrels his way into BYU territory. Got about 5.
Nice gain there. I like that. You fake the jet sweep there to Drake Stoops, and it's just quarterback power up on the inside. Try and get those backers and safeties, flying flat and out of the middle where they don't have any punch, and then just keep it on a downhill run and play.
3rd consecutive 100-yard rushing day for Gavin Sawchuk. We're down to 3:50 to go. You get a first down here, and you put Kalani Sitake in a tough spot. 2nd and 5 from the BYU 46. Arnold, quarterback run. Bounces it near side. Cuts it up, 45, 43, push sideways. They're ripping at it. He's still going. I think he got the first. He did. Jackson Arnold takes it to the 40, and we got an injured Cougar.
Wow. Nice fight there by Jackson Arnold. I don't think he needed it, though. If he would have taken that back up to the inside on that initial cut, I think he would have split the defense and had a huge gain. But awesome effort there, fighting, scrapping, getting that first down.
We have a bit of a stoppage here while a BYU player, it is the safety Crew Wakely, who's been helped up. Hey, Sooner Nation, anytime you're in a car, buckle your seatbelt. If you're in a severe crash, you're 60% more likely to survive if you're buckled in. We need you to cheer on the team, so remember, make it home safe, Oklahoma. Buckle your seatbelt. This message from the folks at the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority. So 1st and 10 at the 40. Ted, 3:26 to go. A field goal gives you a 2-score lead, but Sitake's got to start using timeouts now, right?
Yeah, if you run the ball effectively right here, and you're chewing it up in chunks instead of like just hitting the home run and getting down there and scoring the touchdown, it's going to make life really, really difficult on them.
Want to use the whole play clock here.
Yeah, they've winded the clock.
Yeah, so it's take your time. Still 20 seconds on the play clock. Take your time.
3 minutes to go in the game. Now they sprint to the line of scrimmage. From the 40, Arnold, quarterback run. Right side, stacked up, pushes forward, got back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No timeout yet from Sitake. 2nd and 10.
It's almost like they're like taking any of the RPO thoughts out of his head, taking any of the ball handling in the exchanges out of his hands, and just letting him run quarterback power to try and eliminate all the possibility of mistakes.
Here comes Josh Fanuel, the backup tight end in for Drake Stoops. He's a blocker, a big one.
Now, if they get a stop here, probably going to use a timeout. If they
play clock down to 5. Snap, Arnold wide, handoff Tawi up the middle, got a couple.
Mishandled it again there. And I think that's what Levy was trying to avoid with all the quarterback powers. Bobbled it a little bit and was able to get that exchange.
BYU, their second timeout of the half. This is a 30-second timeout.
2:04 to go. The University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners. Dos Equis, Rib Crib, Shakes Frozen Custard, Frito-Lay, Pizza Hut, HTO, Cup Bop, Coop Ale Works, Nacho Express, and Kona Ice. Okay. Not the same situation, but similar to Kansas a few weeks back. You got a 3rd and 8 here, Ted. You got the lead. Do you run it and make them use their last time out, or risk putting it in the air and getting the first down that'll win you the game?
Run it. I think you run it right here. Maybe they get creative with it. Force them to use that last time out, and put yourself in a position, because you can't trust kicking a field goal right now, can you?
No.
So I think you run it, you keep the clock rolling, you hope you get a nice gain here on 3rd down, and then on 4th down, obviously you've got your choice between run and pass, and a conversion most likely wins the football game.
This is the ball game if you pick it up. 1st down wins you the ball game. 3rd down and 8 from the 43. BYU out of timeouts. No, BYU one timeout. One timeout. Arnold, hands in the air. Snap. Looks right. He throws. It is caught. It's caught by Farouk. He's got the first down.
And he is down, guys. He took a big shot to the head.
To the 29-yard line, Jalil Farouk has the first down, and he is on his back.
Timeout on the field for an injury.
The clock stops with 1:49 to go. Now, the ball came loose at some point. Let's hope he was already down. They whistled that he was down, and it looks like he certainly was.
That is an absolute collision right there, but
I don't think it's malicious. There's obviously contact to the head, but everyone's going down here, and I don't.
It was Talon Alfrey, the safety, on the tackle, and Jalil Farouk still on his back. Concern is for him. The clock has stopped at 1:49 to go. BYU has one timeout left, but I don't think it's going to matter here.
No.
Oklahoma should be able to take a knee and sprint out of Provo. Farouk is up to a seated position.
It looked like as he's going to the ground, he's got the ball, and safety comes and, clubs to make that wrap-up tackle, like the forearm bicep area looked like it hit him in the head, neck, and Just a violent collision. Good to see him up and jogging off the field.
Jogging,
what a catch, though. And how about the play call and the trust in the freshman?
Yeah, I love it. Ted, when you said they should run it, I was about to pop on and say I respectfully disagree, sir. I love the aggressive mentality, right? One play and the game's over. You put it in your star freshman's hands. Beautiful throw, tremendous catch. Game over.
They haven't moved the chains yet. Kalani Sitake looks like he's arguing for maybe a measurement here.
Or a fumble, perhaps, or an incompletion, rather, because they still have the third down back there set up. They haven't moved that.
There's a conversation going on about 10 yards past where Brent Venables got a penalty in Stillwater between Kalani Sitake and the head referee, Derek Anderson. He's way out on the field. And it's a discussion, not so much an argument. And now it looks like Derek Anderson is about ready to make an announcement of some sort. Let's see what this is.
The ruling on the field is under further review.
Well, he convinced him to look at it again, at least.
Well, I think you should. This is like the pivotal play of the game here. You got to make sure you get this thing right.
I think if Kalani Sitake told most officials, hey, you should take another look at that, if he's standing right next to him, anyone that has seen Coach Sitake in person could understand why the official would go, okay, yeah, we'll take a look at it.
Here's a replay on the big screen. Looks like a knee is down.
Knee is
see if
down.
There's a fumble here at all.
Is there any concern? No concern
it's
where
a
the ball
first
is.
down, knees down, ball's in hand, game over.
Teddy, you got it up here if you want to look at it again.
Yeah, he's clearly secured it. It's no longer a concern about whether it's a catch or not.
Knees down right there.
Knee is down. He's still got the ball. The only concern would be a fumble. He's actually still kind of got it right there. And yeah,
I guess we'd be checking the spot too when that knee touches. It looks like it was slightly across the 30, which is what they had to get to. So it's a Noble McIntyre review here. McIntyre Law, the law firm you should turn to for all your personal injury needs. The game hangs in the balance here. If the call stands, this game's over.
So they're good news. Farouk has passed any type of concussion testing. They're just working on his neck strength right now. So maybe that's what the issue was. Like, took a shot.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. First down.
Oh, he's fired
Game
up
clock
too.
Operator, please put 2 minutes and 1 second on the game clock, and it'll start on the ready for play.
As soon as they confirmed that, by the way, Gabe was they were working with his neck.
Farouk wanted to go back out on the field to finish this game, and the trainer's like, hey, buddy, let's just calm down.
Doc McGinnis is over there, and they're like, hold on, you can't go back in there.
I love how fired up he is, though. What a huge catch. Fantastic stuff from Joel
BYU
Farouk.
is taking the third and final timeout. This is a 30-second timeout.
I don't know if he should have used it there.
Well, he's still pleading his case for whatever reason, not convinced that the proper call was made, or at least that the proper procedure being followed here.
The clock's at 25. I think he should wait and use it till there's a 40-second clock.
By the way, Toby gives us a moment to remind you that Riverwind Casino's newly remodeled gaming floor has almost 3,000 of your favorite games, complemented by a variety of bars, restaurants, and the best live music in the metro. It's no surprise that Riverwind is always a good time, and it's been a good time at least in these last few minutes. This has been a challenging second half.
Winning's fun.
Winning is fun.
Sooners have taken the victory formation. Let's take nothing for granted. Shotgun snap. Jackson Arnold shuffles to his left, shuffling, gets down, then takes a hit.
I honestly don't mind no flag there.
I agree. If you're going to dance around like that, and he's coming up, he's thinking, okay, you're going to do that, I got a chance to force a fumble from the backside. I mean, I think that's a good no flag.
Referee came over to the Sooner sideline. It looked like he said, tell him to get down. 37-yard line is where they spot it. We're down to 1:30 to go. It'll be second down. BYU can't stop it.
Toby's still got those great lip reading skills.
Yeah, that was a guess, but it looked like it was adamant. They're going to snap this with about 1:15 to go. Second down snap, hits a knee. And the math works in OU's favor, folks. You can go ahead and unhitch the wagon. It's got a long ride home, but put the ponies in the barn. Give BYU credit. They pushed the Sooners for all they were worth today. This was not the blowout that a lot of people expected, but mission accomplished. Oklahoma is still in the Big 12 title hunt, Ted, and they're going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, whenever you mentioned the stat or the history there from Hoover about the backup quarterbacks coming in and knowing that we are 0-2 against BYU all time, I didn't feel very good about the situation. But credit this defense for getting the plays. It's not going to be a pretty day statistically for the defense, but they got a pick six whenever they had to have it. They got the sack fumble whenever they had to have it, and Jackson Arnold came in. It was shaky early, but had that big third down, the slant there to Farouk, which was a huge moment. That's essentially the game winner there. Sawchuk with a couple of really nice runs there late, individual efforts. Good enough to get it done. But, man, this is going to be an uncomfortable week of practice in a short week.
Final Big 12 road game ever, and Oklahoma wins it. They pick up their first win over BYU. Final score today here in Provo, Sooners 31, Cougars 24. The postgame show is next. This is Sooner Football from Learfield.